Welcome back to The Watch, and today we're going to review the end of Willow.
But
Willow.
Willow?
This is a Willow episode.
Yeah, this is going to be Willow.
You told me
The
this
finale.
was Blood Origin. No?
No, this is the other terrible fantasy.
I shouldn't be here then, because I haven't even seen
Wait,
it.
what? No, what do you mean?
No.
Wait,
no.
Wait, you done, Tyrant?
Tyrant,
no.
come back here. Get... I'm alone.
No, you're not.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, holy crap. What a...
Thank you for coming, for being here. Boss man's here to help. We need the big guns.
Because, wow. I have dragged myself away from the abyss of sickness that I've been drowning in over the Christmas break to finish off Willow, final episode, episode 8.
So, you recovered mostly for this?
Well, I'm still sick, and watching the last episodes of Willow didn't help.
What'd you think of 6 and 7? Because they were just so good, wasn't
it's
it?
all crap. It's all so dumb.
Okay, so 6 was the mines, troll mines, which... Okay, me and Tyrant lost it when the trolls started talking like ordinary people. How did you...
Trolls are my favourite part. Easily the best characters in the whole show.
You gotta love how the main one who got stabbed is just like, I was just starting to like you.
Yeah, I know. It's like the trolls were the only characters in the entire show to point out the utter dog crap dialogue. It's like, why are you telling me something I already know, you friggin' idiot? I was just like,
Yeah,
the trolls.
yeah. And then there was episode 7, which was, we're on a sled on the sea
And
and
Willow,
training.
Willow can just do magic whatever he wants now.
Yeah.
They did this whole thing where Willow, like, doing magic is a massive sacrifice. It might kill him to the point where he withholds using magic to the point of allowing his best friend to get killed. And now he's just spitting it out like it's nothing. This show is brain dead. They cannot remember a single thing that they set up.
No, but-
They cannot be consistent at all, and they undermine every potential like bit of investment or payoff that they want to achieve. It is unbelievable crap.
And with that, onto the finale. Because you talk about investment, this is where it's all supposed to matter. All of it, the journey we've been on, it's gonna all come to a head. Oh boy.
The planning. So we try not. Basically, the no spoiler recap is like, heroes are retarded.
Yes.
The villains are retarded.
Yes.
They use power because feelings with no set up justification.
Yep.
Whatever, and then they leave without killing the bad thing. And
Yeah.
and give all the reasons why they should go back and kill it.
Yep.
And then ignore it just like,
Yeah.
because they have to have a season 2.
Oh, and a third. Don't forget that.
What is there? Is there a third season?
Oh, there's a thing at the end I gotta show you if you didn't get that far.
All right.
After the credits, they have like a little...
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get there. So, but yeah, let's just get into it.
Look, yeah, the finale. They have some flashy effects and
Yeah, lots.
Like I think it's so.
Although at times it looks...
Yeah.
Yeah, what you just said there. At times it's like, oh, that looks nice. And then at times like, oh, what the heck are you doing?
Exactly, and I'm trying to wonder, like, could people enjoy this if they turn off their brain? But the characters are so stupid, and the payoffs are not justified, and so there's nothing here. And especially, like, the heroes do one of the most stupid things, like, and when I say stupid, it's the way that it's set up. They reveal that what they know they're doing is retarded and brain dead.
Yeah, I think I know what you're referencing, but the thing is, Shad,
And they do it anyway.
the thing that's getting me is there's so many of those moments in this episode that I don't know which is the main one. Because there's a lot.
Yes.
I would like to say that I don't know if I've seen characters act this stupid before, but if you've been paying attention to the channel, we're reviewing Blood Origin
I know.
as well. So,
we're in brave new territory of stupidness, retardation, where, like, I can't believe how consistently astronomically bad so many of the new stuff is out. Like, you look at Boba Fett, you look at Halo, you look at Rings of Power, you look at
Witcher,
Blood Origin.
then you got Wheel of Time, then you got a lot of the Star Wars
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, you got that.
Like, we're talking about all of these shows have such brain-breakingly stupid writing that this is, it's just part of it fits in perfectly with all this crap.
Yeah, and it's no surprise that it was Lucasfilm that released this thing onto the world. They're not fixing their relationship with audiences, that's for sure.
So yeah, we're in bottom of the barrel territory. Like, you know, between 0 and 2 out of 10. Like
Negative 400.
it's amazing.
And Blood Origin's negative 1,000.
But with that established, let's go through chronologically. For spoilers now, as everyone should be aware, of episode 8.
At this point, though, you really shouldn't care.
No.
Not for this show.
Oh my goodness, it's so bad.
Oh, did you see the crone reveal that came like a mile away? Because that was pretty easy to spot. It's like, oh yeah,
that she was the crone.
Yeah, random girl here.
Yeah,
no one else is here. I wonder who this is.
Yeah.
And they tried to make it a big reveal.
Yeah. I mean, it was so obvious. But they wanted you to think the reveal happened in this episode.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I guess. So
it's pretty much like Eric and our band of monsters are facing down Elora and Kit, which you gotta love how they're now all just buddy buds now.
Oh my goodness.
Don't know where that came from.
And steal this pen. Because I gotta. Okay. So, the villains now appear.
Yes.
Just they're here, right?
Yeah,
the bad guys that have been chasing them the whole time.
I thought they were stuck in the Shattered Sea.
Well, this is the thing. We now know how insanely difficult it is to get to this location.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm wondering, how the friggin' hell did the brother get there in a night? Like, one night passes and it's in the Immemorial City. And I was thinking, is there a portal? Is it not?
No, you just jump off the cliff and then you're there.
What's going on? It's none of this makes sense because it was these bad guys that were supposed to take him there. And so...
The thing that gets me, though, they haven't been really clear because remember how there was at the beginning, I think, of episode 7 where Eric goes down into the pool of goo and then Kit's down on the other side of goo, and I'm like, wait, are we doing an upside down kind of thing? We're doing Stranger Things. Like, it doesn't make any sense, but then you can jump off a cliff at the end of the world and then you're here.
Yes, and the show doesn't know what it's trying to set up.
No.
Okay, because was that an illusion, like a dream, or did he physically teleport there temporarily?
No,
we don't know exactly.
No, it's unclear.
And the show, I think, doesn't want to make this stuff clear because I wonder if there's this little thing in the back of the head that might realize this could break all the plot. Yeah. Like, if there's like an easy teleport way to get in the city, the heroes, could they have figured that out, found that out, or anything like that?
Yeah, that would shorten the series significantly, and honestly, I'd be all for that.
Oh my goodness, it's yeah. So anyway, the bad guys are just there.
Yep.
And
the squad.
Something that I need, Alora's coat. Do you guys comment on this?
Yeah, we commented. We gotta love the denim outfits.
Not only denim.
And modern.
You can't see the hair is covering it, but there's close-ups. There's literally a zipper. There's zippers
we saw.
on the coat. This is a modern denim coat.
Yep.
People don't give a care.
No,
they don't give a crap about it.
They really don't.
So this is some of the worst costuming I've seen in a fantasy product of that's supposed to be this budget. But I've seen better fantasy costumes in low budget, crap.
They pick any one of those old 80s fantasies that were really, really B-movie level, they're better.
This
is pathetic.
It's really...
Especially Kit's one. That was the one that really annoyed me because it's like they just took the cowgirl ones from the earlier episode 3. It's like, here you go, have this.
Right? We literally saw a modern T-shirt in this thing.
You're right.
Modern print T-shirt.
I had blocked that from my memory, but you're correct. That happened too.
the worst out of any show, right?
I mean, bravo! You take the award for worst costuming.
I can't believe it. So in this exchange, right, the writing is so consistently bad where the writers are convinced that these are wonderful, funny, competent, nice characters that you'll love them because they love them.
Oh, yeah.
Which just shows how deluded, because they actually think, to be strong, no, they actually think acting like a complete cow, treating people like dirt, makes you a good person, and you're just assertive and a girl boss. And it's like, no, you're awful. Okay?
Yeah.
It reveals the writer's mentality. And it's just consistent here where like, there's a little exchange where Laura goes to Kit's like, you're doing great. It's like, no, you're both just being retarded.
The thing that gets me is, though, this is the person you've been questing after. You've seen he's become corrupted, and you're not even, taking it seriously at all.
And freaking fresh. Laura, right? She has been shooting off magic in the previous episodes like I could not a phase at all.
Yeah.
And...
Uh-oh.
Sorry, I just remembered Graden.
Ah, yeah, that's what we forgot to mention. Didn't that come out of nowhere?
What?
And what was that? I think Tyreth noted in the episode the review we did, that was a flute.
Yes, it was a flute.
So,
and Willow says, personal items can sometimes be conduits of magic or whatever.
Oh, it's so
But this isn't just like, I accidentally cast a light spell. He shoots a bazooka and explodes one of the monsters with one hit.
The bird lady.
Guy with no training, with no real build-up of potential magic ability, just farts out a bazooka and destroys one of these monsters that easy.
Yeah. Aim was perfect.
It's insane. It's stupid. Nothing matters. But the thing is, though, if they were even mildly aware, they'll be aware of what they're setting up and describing here. Laura, by contrast, is supposed to be the most powerful sorcerer in existence.
Yeah.
And she's already able to shoot stuff that can break through Willow's defenses. Her power compared to Graden's should be not even conceivable. She should be so much more powerful. And Graden bazookaed one of these guys on accident, basically.
Yeah, and we're supposed to believe that she can't do anything about
Exactly.
the
She's standing here like, oh no, what can I do? There's monsters there. It's not like you're friggin' magic, you stupid retard.
But Shad, they're circling around each other. Isn't that funny?
It's so dumb. This is what I mean about the show not being able to build up any stakes.
Yeah.
Like they try to make, isn't this a really intense scene? They get facing off with monsters. No, you showed that you can destroy them with a friggin' flute.
Welcome back.
So friggin' dumb, this show. And so, it's you can see, right? No, it's not. I'm wondering here, why are you standing here like a retard doing nothing?
Yeah, could you try to do something, be autonomous? Make us believe you're actually in a dangerous situation, which you are. Screw it.
But no, she forgets she can cast magic here.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh no, we're all...
Kind of forgot. Oh, look, it's touching, like they're hugging.
Yeah. And, I mean, there was a close-up of her sword, and you see how nicked and ragged.
Can we talk about that sword? It's supposed to be Mad Mardigan's sword. Remind me. I'm pretty sure Mad Mardigan just picked up whatever sword was at his disposal in that movie.
But yeah, it makes sense that he kept it after that, because it seems like a fancy sword, right?
He didn't do a great job with...
But I'm surprised, like, would they recognize it that he, when did he leave? How young were they,
Yeah, that's unclear, to say the least.
Using magic removes dye from people's hair.
Because that's how that works.
Because they say it was some type of weird dye thing that would... And
I'm just thinking of all, medieval type dyes. I'm pretty sure that would wash off eventually. Maybe, how is it also so perfectly to get every single strand?
I don't know.
What they did was, most likely, they were like, oh, she's supposed to have red hair. Oh. Well, let's change that quick. Oh.
Look
That's
at
not...
this piece of crap. Kit, at no point did you think, maybe I'll sharpen it?
Yeah.
I'll clean it up. You could get a lot of these scrapes, because the edge on this thing is 2 mil thick. It's not a real sword, but they allow it to be used in close-ups, which is bizarre. Usually, you would have a safe one for when you're fighting, and close-ups, you would have one that looks a little bit better. You could even have a plastic one that has a sharper but not actual cuttable edge. You can actually get an edge pretty sharp without being too dangerous, okay? make it out of plastic, paint it up. But so
No.
we're criticizing the props and costuming. Like this just another thing.
Yeah, it's just another thing on top of everything else. Because that's the thing with this show. There's not a single thing here that works. I mean, maybe some of the cast sometimes. Debatable though.
This scene is just their goal is to save the brother.
Yes.
The brother just walks out. How are you going?
Yep.
Alora, you can do magic. The show is established. You can kill these monsters with a fart.
Kill them, run.
Through a flute, right? Yep. So, mission accomplished. You're done.
Yep, blow him up. Go on.
Blow him up. Drag him out.
Yep.
You know, he's a limp-wristed, pathetic beta male idiot like they've established, right? Throughout the whole show.
Which is sad.
So it's not a threat, especially with Alora's power.
You say he's not a threat. I want to put a pin in that.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that later.
Supposedly, he would resist them by, what's shown later on. The thing is, though, not with Alora's power. They could easily just knock him out. And so, instead of achieving the very purpose of their mission, which they could easily do right now...
Yeah. They just don't. Instead, they decide to humor the corrupted prince.
Not that. Do exactly
what they want.
What the evil people want them to do.
Yep.
It's like, your plan will destroy the world. You give you the brother that went on a platter, he walks out to us, he's right there easy, and instead of taking and achieving the mission that's exactly there, we'll do everything the bad people want us to do to help facilitate your plan in destroying the world.
Yeah, so for context, they want them to enter this temple and this portal thing.
Yeah.
And they do it.
They literally do it. And they even say it's obviously a trap. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
What do? They do it anyway. They know. They actually know it's a trap, right? That's everything the bad people want. The characters unironically mention and know that, and they do it anyway.
Because Eric says the crone's misunderstood, so gotta do it.
I'm speechless.
It's.
I'm trying to think of an equivalent. Have I seen any show be this unbelievably stupid, where the heroes side, we know that this is what the bad people want.
Yeah.
We know it's a trap, and we could potentially destroy the world in doing it, and we'll do it anyway.
I mean, so it's sort of comparable with Rings of Power's finale, where let's make the rings that he wants.
You might be right.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, but this is at least with that, it's like that's a tool for world domination. This is actually going to destroy the whole world. It's quite impressive.
It's amazing.
And this is like,
they literally do exactly what the crone wants, unironically.
And it's still very unclear. Like they don't give us any explanation as to why they're going through with it at all.
Exactly. They don't try and say, sometimes I was like, it's a trap. Well, we got to spring it because it'll draw them out. Or
we got to go in there to break Crone's spell on Eric. That'd be something.
Something, right?
But then
we're given nothing except that we know it's a trap and they'll do it.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. So that's the context of what happens here, basically.
The thing that gets me with this scene is that the setup is they're all at that edge. They've seen their friends go down. Two of them obviously care about the others, so they immediately go jump. But Willow and Borman are like, no, think about this for a second. Do you really have to belong there? And then things happen, and they jump anyway. Willow should have been the first one to jump. I'm just putting it out there.
Potentially, but let's even take it a further step back.
Yeah.
They have no actual confirmation that this is the way to the Immoral City.
That too.
I mean, it would have worked if they heard a rumor or some type of legend that, to enter the Immoral City, you must take the greatest leap of faith. And then they could put one, this is the leap of faith. Just like, but they got nothing. They literally have nothing to go off. This is the end of the world, edge of the world, and every observable thing in physical reality is that we went the wrong way.
But then Willow confirms that what I said earlier, which is you do have to. Because then he somehow knows.
Except now they know, but there was no...
But there was nothing before.
Exactly, no build-up. But of course, everything they do build up, they forget anyway and contradict.
Yeah, that's true.
But it just shows how amateur these writers are. And now, they even say, like we might die and stuff when they're jumping off. And so these people here, have no confirmation that they survived. There wasn't like, we're okay, or they saw or anything, right? It's like, are they dead? I don't know. Maybe we'll die.
Okay, that's
It
actually
makes
fair.
no sense.
Yeah. Because that's on one level how it doesn't make sense. But
Yes.
then when we accept that, all right, so they do know, the next level doesn't make sense
Exactly.
because of the people who jump. All right, fine. Graden and Jay jumping. All right. Sort of makes sense because they care about those other people. Willow is the most resistant, is the most annoying part because, now granted, he has the excuse of, I think my daughter's in danger, but it's like,
But no, that doesn't fly because if they don't go and stop the crone,
yeah, exactly.
not only is
She'll
the
still be
daughter
in
going to
danger.
die, everyone's going to die.
Exactly. And that's the issue. He doesn't seem to understand.
Priorities, scale, God, and you're absolutely right. So the show just wants us to believe that they now know this is the way to get their leap of faith thing, and they have Willow be the one who's like, nah, screw that.
Yeah.
My
He
daughter
pretty much just palms it off and says, "Oh, Kit's the protector of Allura now." So you dense gnome, you were the protector from the start.
Exactly. And on top of that, right? I mean, it's Willow.
Exactly.
So you think that they were finished assassinating and pissing on this character? Oh no, not done yet. And of course, he's not really good. I think they're just doing it for a stupid Deus Ex Machina sake. But once again, the way that they execute it is the most retarded thing because so Borman goes, they get there and they get to a door that they can't open, and then an evil
Smoke
like storm thing that literally turns people to stone. Blankets the entire city.
Yeah.
And the show expects us to believe Willow somehow walked through that storm, opened up the door, went into the portal to appear into the fantasy world to save Allura. Like, how the friggin' hell did he get there?
How did he accomplish any of it?
It's just insane.
Because there's stuff that happens there. I don't know if we want to bring it up now. I mean, might as well, seeing as we're on the topic. Our other cast of heroes get turned into stone and can't open the door.
Yeah. And then when they get turned back into flesh, they're not in the locations where they got turned into stone. Borman was outside when he was turned into stone.
They're inside the temple.
And then it's inside the temple when he...
Exactly.
This is like watching something that's schizophrenic that is just jumping to different realities. Well, because the show is that disconnected from what it sets up to then what it just continues on in the plot from. So disconnected. It is literally like we're in different realities as the show progresses because it ignores what happens in the past completely and outright contradicts it.
Yeah, but it just expects you to go pretty much, oh, yay, Willow made it. He's not an idiot, a coward after all. And they expect us to we'll just forget about everything else. But those questions don't disappear. If anything, they get more numerous.
It's like the writers and people who made this show just wants us to forget how reality works. Just not even just standard storytelling, cause and effect.
Yeah.
Like build up and pay off. Just that doesn't exist. We're gonna do random disconnected crap like you're watching broken realities and you'll like it. No! This is not how storytelling works. It means everything that happens has no weight or validity, and you're watching it just wondering, what? Why? This isn't justified.
Well, the thing that it's annoying is it always happens with established properties with an established character, where they just have to make them the inversion of what they are just to get their silly payoffs.
Also, they don't like these traditional characters.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Like, Willow, he's not very masculine, but he is a man.
And he's brave.
Yeah.
You go watch the original movie. He goes some insane stuff to save the little baby Allura.
Exactly, but no, he can't be brave anymore. He has to be a coward, and he lets them, and he just walks away. And so it makes us hate Willow, and then when you have him come back, it's so just cheap and bullcrap. There's like, oh, he just teleported, basically. And so
that's the insane thing.
No.
Borman is more heroic in that moment than Willow.
Yes!
And Borman's been characterized as a liar and a cheat and a steal.
In multiple times.
Yes.
He like shuts the door and goes to fight the guys on his own, which we don't see, and they had so much trouble fighting, they could not defeat those monsters at any other point with all of them, and now they just expect Borman will be able to take them all on and so no. Again, set up, like contradicted payoff, right?
Exactly.
But you're right. Borman has way more heroic moments than Willow because they can't, your traditional heroes. No, we need to piss on them.
Yeah, because he jumps off the ledge after he realizes, I'm loyal to that team. I got to go with them.
Yeah.
It's
just part of the course. Get it again. No, your traditional, classic, beloved heroes and the beloved priorities. You think we were done with Obi-Wan? You think we were done with Galadriel? You think we were done with all these? No, there's a long list to keep going. And honestly, by this point, good. Okay, this is a piece of crap. It just shows how good the original Willow was in contrast to it. And Disney, you're burning down your own house. You deserve what you get. Keep making crap like this because you see where your stock is going. It just creates more opportunities for people who are going to make good stuff.
Well, the thing that is on that point, I didn't give a damn about Willow, the movie, in the past. This show has retroactively made me appreciate everything that happened in that movie.
Yeah.
Like, every time they bait Mad Mardigan or talk about it, I'm like, oh, I remember when Mad Mardigan took on a whole army by himself. When they tried to denigrate Willow, oh yeah, I remember when Willow fought like off a giant monster to save Elora. Yeah, much better story, and that's the best thing that could come out of it, honestly.
But the way you get there is by denying crap like this. No, this is not canon. This is not Willow. Yeah. This is some pustule piece of crap wearing his skin suit trying to say, "I'm Willow. I'm kill you up." Like, no, you're not even close. You're not even canon. This is a lie, a false piece of crap wearing a skin suit just to push your own, your own ideas and ideologies and how you feel heroism should work. Because do you notice that all the male characters get conveniently sidelined in the final battle?
Yeah, they do.
Like Borman is sidelined. We don't even see what happens to him.
The thing with Borman,
the useless guy gets killed. He should be killed.
Yeah, he should be.
We see him disintegrated into pieces, right? And Willow, all he ends up doing is like speaking telekinetically, something he never was able to do before, but now he magically can do. He can just speak into someone's mind.
Stuff. It's like multiverse of madness again. Yeah. Just give them a pep talk.
And so, boys, you can't have strong male heroes because that's problematic. That's toxic masculinity.
Or if you got a character that's going to act all brave, like Borman going to face the whole monster
squad, you don't even get to see it. It's sidelined, right? Yeah. And the main, people having all the big hero moments are girls, and I don't mind having awesome kick butt girls. We loved Alita Battle Angel. We loved Alien, stuff like that.
Well, but
if you denigrate and sideline the male characters and the consistency where we have no good strong male characters and they're constantly getting pissed on, it gets too much. It's like, give us a friggin' break.
Yeah, and the thing is, Elora absolutely should be the main focus of this show, but she's such a poorly conceived character. I've never been so confused as to what a person is. Are you this way, which is, not sure of yourself at all, or are you overconfident? Because she keeps on darting between the two.
Exactly. And they had one of the frustrating things. I would be less frustrated if it was all a dumpster fire. I get more frustrated when I saw that there was actually potential that they could have made something. And then I get really pissed off. It's like, I think Elora was well cast and the actress is doing a fine job. Yep. Okay. And there was potential there. And I even like that they gave her a bit more of a ditzy, airheaded nature, but then they destroy everything by making her a legitimate moron, doing unbelievably stupid things. And this episode in particular, right, she has the gall to criticize the brother of being naive.
Oh, yeah.
And so now she's just a two-faced cow on top of it. And so whatever good elements that might have been there, you just ruin and utterly destroy.
Yeah, you keep on just taking pieces and pieces and pieces until there's like nothing left.
And this is where we are. So anyway, yeah, jumping off, Borman jumps, Willow cucks out and just leave ya.
Yeah, and I really liked how just Borman, he's very quick. He's like, no, I have to do it. And then he's reluctant. And
this expression seems to capture Willow, the show, and it really feels like this was not acting. This was, what's his name?
Warwick Davis. Well, he did say he was inspired by Luke from TLJ, so
I feel like that's his expression of this entire show. Is like, they're just destroying my most iconic character, and I have to do this. It feels like he's phoning it in. I was criticizing his acting. Thing is, though, he can act, though.
Yeah, he can.
And so it feels like he's signed out on this entire show. He just
I watched something. I think I actually sent it to you. Where Val Kilmer
and Val Kilmer and Willow
I found out in there that Warwick Davis was 17 when he was in that movie.
Yeah, he was.
He was a kid and he was doing a great job there.
And there are like, he did this whole thing with Ricky Gervais called Life Short and stuff. The guy can act and he actually has good comedic timing. And in this show, his pen, it's awful.
Yeah.
And the conclusion then, because if he can act and his acting is terrible, is funny. He doesn't give a crap. He's checked out the entire show. And it's just like, oh, look, I'm here for a paycheck. Let's get this done.
I need a new house. That's pretty much what he's doing.
And look, Warwick?
I believe it's Warwick.
Warwick? We get you, man. We understand completely. So I withdraw my criticisms of your acting, sir. I think I see the reasons.
Yeah. I mean, if we saw this script, we'd probably be like, no.
Mm-hmm. And so here, the geniuses.
Yeah.
They will do exactly what the.
You know what I just realized, though, Shad?
Yeah.
The prince put up more of a resistance to entering that temple than they did. He was like, oh, evil voice and creepy, like, lights over there? Nah, no way. I'm leaving this city. I'm going through the desert.
I can't believe it.
I mean, yeah, I know that the prince has been denigrated, but at least
he
that
tried
episode,
to
he tried.
And he owned. Oh, we'll get to the liquid.
Oh yeah, the goo.
No, it's not just goo. It's worse.
I know.
It's far worse.
That's the thing. You're not going to believe us when we tell you how it's described.
Like really. And I was almost giving pass because on the surface it looked like regular water.
Yeah.
And he was dying of thirst.
Yeah.
Okay. And also, by the way, Borman's like, we could go back when they're thinking about jumping off the edge of the world. It's like, no, you can't.
No, you
It
can't.
basically established it took you a month to get here. You're out of food, you're out of water, and you don't have a ride. Like, no, you're not going to get back, which also screws them over for the end of the show because I'm wondering,
Oh yeah,
how are they going to get back? No water, no food. How are they going to get up the friggin' giant
and that's the
waterfall
thing.
thing?
They can't walk through the desert because the desert will just lead them right back to the city. So.
And the brother even says that. It's like, we can't get away. And they're like, it'll be fine. It's really?
That's just like how the show just deals with all sorts of problems like that. It'll be fine.
If we mention that as a problem, that solves it. No, it doesn't. It just means you're aware of it. You're too lazy to come up with it.
What's the term? Is it like
A solution.
Is it like lampshading? Is that the term? Where they identify a problem and then they think by mentioning it, then it's fixed. Let's not.
That might be it. But
Yeah.
no, that doesn't give you a pass. It just means you're so stupid and lazy that you don't want to fix it yourself. Oh my goodness.
That's the thing. Just don't write yourself into that hole. Just find a way.
So, for some reason, Kit's first assumption when she walks into this thing and sees this goop going down, oh, you are clearly drinking that. Like, who would assume that when you see this glowing lava-like goo, you would drink? Like, you would never conclude that because no retard would be dumb enough to actually drink it. And so the brother would need to say it, and then you could have the reaction like, you actually drunk that? Because it's so unbelievably unrealistic that someone would willingly drink it that you would never conclude it. But she does.
Yeah.
She looks at it, and her first conclusion is, you were clearly drinking this, weren't
Well,
you?
the thing that gets me is how it should be the constant thing for me in this whole scene is she should be horrified at what this poor guy was driven to.
I know.
Having to drink that stuff to survive.
Like,
Happen to be like on his own in isolation in like a city that's dead.
yes,
This is sad.
he's been tortured.
Yeah.
Basically.
And no, it's just make funny jokes.
But here we get the description of what it is.
Oh yes.
I mean, what it really is. So they begin by making a literal analogy of fluids that come from people.
Yeah.
A mother gives birth, okay, and she makes milk for the child. So this is the literal analogy. So we're not disingenuously going here making fun of this to make a joke. The show literally is describing it like
It
this.
leads us here.
Like,
I mean, even then, like, please stop.
yeah, and he's like, oh no, it's nourishing, right?
It's okay. It's the part of himself that he gives to us. Now they're referencing a worm.
The worm is a he.
The worm of the apocalypse.
And so, what type of fluid comes from a man?
It's worm juice.
Cheers.
See why I need, this is why I needed help. Someone thought this was a great idea.
It's the part of himself that he gives us. And what's worse, look at the consistency when he grabs it.
Oh.
It's goopy and everything.
When before it was just like water.
It was just water. Now
It's
it
goopy.
actually has the consistency. And like, what?
And I thought the Dune universe was weird.
Oh my goodness. You would expect this logic through line to be in a parody, like some, if a scary movie did like fantasy movie, and like, I've been drinking worm food. Like, you've been drinking worm juice? Like, they would have put it as a joke, and it's like, it's really nourishing.
But they're trying to... Here's the thing that's getting me. They're trying to play this off as sinister, but Eric's turn is funny. It's like, no, this is the comedy part. Eric's turn is really bad.
Oh my goodness.
What are you doing? The thing that also gets me is I believe the whole point of this... This is hard. The whole point of this crone and this cult is to unleash the worm.
It's called a worm.
I mean, they're just giving us ample opportunities to make fun of it.
We're not even twisting it up like disingenuously to get some warped interpretation that's justified enough for a joke. This is unironically
What
they
led us to this.
A long worm gives off its fluids that's nourishing.
And needs to be unleashed upon the world.
And the comparison is like a mother gives their milk, the worm gives its what? It's a him. Like, couldn't you at least made the worm a she? It's like, oh, it's like milk. No, they made it a he.
Don't you see? We can't have women baddies that were just bad. They have to have been corrupted by something.
Oh.
So the crone and Bavmorda were corrupted by the worms. Well, yeah. You know, when we started this, I didn't expect that this is where we would end up.
I never would have guessed it. It's just a plus point.
This was not on my bingo card. Oh, man.
Oh, I can't wait to tell the blokes on Friday Night Tights about this.
Yes, please do. I want to see their reaction.
Oh, my goodness.
They'll have a field day with this.
Oh. There we go. Moving on. The thing is, we don't move, like...
And we can't, though, because there's more.
The plot point of how they're going to corrupt these girls is by feeding them the worm juice. And to do it in a cup.
Drink the worm juice.
He wants to... That's how it's going to breed his army. Doesn't matter which end it goes in.
No, it doesn't.
As long as it gets in.
The thing... The thing that gets me, though, is how convinced the crone and Eric are that they'll just be okay with this.
I know. Like...
And they'll just be accept all this nonsense.
Exactly. And then when they get handed the cups, they're even like, well, maybe. They don't like, are you seriously trying to feed me worms? They're instead like, maybe.
I mean, there's a lot of other things we got to talk about when we get there, but yeah.
Eric's like, it's really nourishing. It doesn't taste
I wasn't expecting. Yeah, this is.
This takes the cake.
Yeah, it does. It really. It really does.
Oh my goodness!
What an experience.
Wow, wow. So the crone comes out.
Yeah, and
the girls...
they act like they are so convinced that they're just going to join. I mean, this is Laura Dan, and the person prophesies to stop you, and you're acting like, it's fine. She's going to join our side anyway. It's all good. Not a problem. Nothing's wrong.
Yeah. And if they're trying to say, yeah, you could kidnap the brother, take him with you, but he's under my control, and so you have to go in the portal to break my, possession of him.
Yeah, but that's our...
Later on, Willow not only breaks his possession, he gets uber possessed, this guy. Insane possessed. And Willow just breaks his staff, hands the stone to Kit and say, talk to him. And so, clearly, breaking his trance isn't that hard.
Yeah. So, being in here...
and also, remember that poor useless guy who they had a whole episode trying to break the kind of corruption and curse and thing?
Yeah.
Willow could have done it any time with his staff and stone.
You're right. He could have.
Yep. I'm like, Eric's possession is like 1,000 times more corrupt and overcoming than what happened to the useless guy.
This just gets worse the more you peel back.
Exactly, because this show forgets what it's set up, forgets what's past. It's like this episode is in another reality. Forget what happened before, okay? And forget what happened in previous scenes. Just forget, because that contradicts that. Like, turn to stone outside of the room and then
now they're inside.
Inside, they're like, just...
I guess Monster Squad just grabbed them and just lifted them up. All right, be in this position for this moment.
Oh, it's unbelievable. The consistency is non-existent.
Cause and effect? What is that?
Oh, my goodness. And so... There's like, come with us. And then Kit decides to try and use Big Brain. It's like, no, you're bad and evil. You tried to send her to the 13th night.
Yeah.
And then she comes like, don't pretend you know the slightest idea of what that means.
Yeah.
Like, no, hang on. You wanted to banish her soul.
Yep.
Just because I don't know where the 13th night is doesn't mean I can't ensure this is bad.
Yeah, this is not a good thing.
But she's like, oh, my rebuttal. It's like, I got you. No, you moron.
There's a bunch of dumb rebuttals here. I mean, there was also a moment, I think I got it noted down, where again, they keep on denigrating Eric as a thing. Because look right here, this piece of dialogue. Eric has always been pretty gullible. Again, he is corrupted. Could you please try and help the poor guy?
Gullible? He resisted this more than you, moron.
Yes. He put up more of a fight.
Exactly. Like, drinking this water juice was the last resort. He was dying of thirst.
He had been walking around a desert for who knows how long.
Exactly. He honestly put up as much resistance as he could.
Yep.
But it's gullible when you guys are just like, if you walk into this portal, we'll give you everything you want. We won't kill you. We swear we won't kill you. We want to banish her soul to the 39th. No, we're not going to do that. Just walk into this portal.
Look,
it'll be fine. Who's the gullible one?
Our worm's very friendly. We promise.
Yeah, it's giving his juice all for free.
Yeah.
Just drink the juice.
Yeah, just do it.
This doesn't taste that bad. It's really nourishing.
I can't believe how stupid these two are. I mean, it makes sense that Kit's here for the stupidest of stupid.
It's unbelievable. And like, so the evil crone lady says, all I want to do is give you the choice that we were given. It's like, what's this?
What choice?
Are you actually believing this crazy evil, like you kidnap your brother, murder all these people, and you actually think she might be telling the truth?
The thing that's getting me is, Allura, bloody hell, this is the same cult that killed your mother and tried to kill you as a child.
And like, they want them to walk into that.
Yes.
It looks like a portal to hell. It's a death. Like, for all you know, it's just pure fire and you'll get disintegrated by walking into it.
We see what's in there later. And it is hell, pretty much.
But what's also bizarre, they actually do walk into it.
Exactly.
And they don't go there.
Yeah.
They enter a dream world that when the dream world is broken, they're actually not in the portal.
Yeah,
she's lying on the dais the whole time. Everything is... Remember how I said this show contradicts itself? Big one right there.
Yep.
And what's so bizarre is the context seems to be all she needed was Laura on the thing to perform the ritual.
Yeah.
Like Mav Morta, whatever, in the original film. Same thing.
Yep.
Just get her where she wants. So all you need to do, she's deluded in the stream world.
Yep.
Tie her down. You get what you want.
Yep.
It doesn't tie her down. Willow breaks the illusion spell and she gets up and walks away.
Yep.
And then they'll try to say that they're doing something in the dream world to steal her power with the kiss, where the magic energy starts to come out of her, which that doesn't make sense. Like, because then why do you have her on the dais to perform a ritual? And Matt Morton didn't need to like convince her in this dream world to do the thing.
No.
And so why like it's all contradicted. It's retarded. Everything is retarded.
Absolutely. But that's the thing. It's a nice dream world, and we get to see Sorcerer again.
Yeah, and I mean they literally say it's obvious. Yeah, it's obvious, and they go in anyway. They go in and they do it. I can't believe it.
It's just.
It's amazing.
Anyway, I guess we get to have a little break from this stupid, and let's go back to other stupid. More normal stupid, I suppose we can call because the idea here is they need to sneak around the city, and Borman comes up with this genius plan. They're going to cover themselves in dirt.
Do you see any bad guys? I don't know that they're bad.
Yeah.
But before that, he wanted to.
But before that, he also said, this is the end of the world and all that. That sandstorm's coming. I'd be up for making out with any of you two.
Yeah, let's just get it on. Because it's funny, right?
Yeah, it's hilarious. The end of the world's happening.
At no point do people actually are taking anything serious, like genuinely, where you might be concerned and the emotional weight of what's going on destroys any possibility of levity.
And they think that we're somehow supposed to be invested in all this when they can't even make us take it seriously. If you're not going to take it seriously, why should I take it seriously?
Exactly. So
that's the thing. I like Borman, but even he's got stupid lines and stupid ideas.
And so this is them.
Yeah, and here they
walking in.
Yeah, and there we go. Look,
like I'm watching this. Like, what are you doing? You read this. You're doing exactly what the people want. You just like this will kill you. It's dead. It's over. Done. And you're doing it. You're unironically addicted, and you have the power to just save him outside.
Have you learnt nothing about the whole Order of the Worm thing and all of the evils that were done? No, let's just walk in. It wasn't
evidence enough that the writers are morons, the characters are morons, right?
It's right here.
The whole meme, like. Anyway, so they go into this magical illusionary forest thing, and they meet. This is her mum.
Yeah, they meet.
And this is all fake. Like your mum can't be. But
the beast is right there. Come on.
You walked into this world dimension thing, and they're playing it off like, oh, this is real.
Yep.
And what's bizarre, the show wants us to accept that Kit goes through a bit of development, which isn't really development. The mum tells Kit everything that she wants to hear.
Pretty much.
Right? Reinforcing all the terrible things that she's the special one, and all that stuff, right? And then I'll give you all that she wants. And that was the show wants us to think that this is making Kit actually learn and grow, when in actual reality, this is the evil crone speaking to her, confirming everything that is bad about Kit is actually genuinely bad, but Kit thinks is justified and entitled.
And you should indulge in your bad flaws instead of, trying to overcome
Exactly. And so...
It's the thing that gets me. If she's aware of these flaws, she's so tempted to, you know what, that life is so good. Yeah, I want that.
And she's actually going to do it. And it's only the voice of her dad that pulls her away.
How do we even go about that? Where'd this voice come from? It's just with her? We got the Force now? What's going on?
Matt Morgan, he entered this portal world and has been living as a disembodied kind of spirit, fighting the bad thing with his force of will for the last, 10 years.
That's so lame.
That's what the show wants us to swallow.
Yeah,
that is a bad terminology with all this worm juice around.
It's fitting with it.
Don't do it.
That's the thing. I feel like this show is trying to force its worm juice on us.
I know, and they want us.
They want us. Yes.
We're not gonna do it.
And we're
not as dumb as these retards.
And given
we can recognize worm juice when it's on.
Yes. I can smell the shite from here.
Oh my goodness. And so it's bizarre. The mother is speaking from the perspective of the evil person, confirming all the evil bad qualities of Kit, giving her all that she wants, and Kit is actually tempted by it and feels like she's growing from it, learning from it, and then she's about to accept it. And so, wow, she's awful. This character is awful.
Yeah.
Then Allura meets the brother. And like, you know the brother didn't walk in with you, so this is not really him.
Yeah.
This is an illusion. But they just go along with it like it's all real. They're so unbelievably stupid.
The thing that's getting me, though, is if there was an illusion version of him, why not make the effort and have him go back to his normal hair?
But
so that way she'd be a little more convinced that, he's not the corrupted version, he's the good version.
the brother had justification that he started to give in to the the crone, tempting him and stuff, because he was already under the influence of the juice. He had already been drinking the juice.
And he was driven to that because he was...
Exactly.
He was
And here are these girls,
first
right,
deprived, yeah.
who have
There's
not
nothing
drunk
tempting them, yeah.
They haven't drunk anything. They shouldn't be under the influence of anything.
Yep.
And they unironically get fooled into doing this and have the gall to say the brother is gullible and they're not. And then they're in this world and they're not under the influence of anything and they're just going along believing this is real and this is really the people.
Yeah, apparently the vision is also of Laura and Eric's wedding.
Or later, it
just
switches to the wedding, yeah.
Well, they say... I think there was a line
Oh,
somewhere
yeah,
here
this
where
is
they're
kinda like
this is your wedding. And they just go along with it, even though they just came from
Yeah.
over there.
They're so, like...
It's
these
even more unbelievable when they say that.
Obviously, these aren't real people, but one of the purposes of writing is to make characters feel real.
Yes.
But there is no way to accept or even think any suspension of disbelief to feel that these are real people, because there's no way people would do this. Not even the most stupid people would go, they're like, no, this is so dumb. These are husks, like marionettes, just, oh, we're real, you're invested. No, we're not.
You know, you say that, but there's like marionettes that have compelling writing in them.
You're right.
And they are more believable.
That you can look at and visualize as more real people than what we see here.
I'm just thinking like Thunderbirds. Anyway, we see our band of morons, and they're covered in dirt.
And they're just...
And yeah, it totally works. Look, can you see them, Shad? Because I can't see them. Look, where are they? Are they there? Oh, there they are.
And I mean, they clearly had to like cross that entire distance from the last stone to get there. So you definitely wouldn't have been seen. Guess what? These characters are morons as well.
And that's the thing. They both realize that Borman's plan was moronic, and they tell him that, but they still committed to it.
You went along with it.
So it's just...
it's so dumb.
Yeah.
So yeah, they just walk in like normal.
Yeah, that's...
Covered in crap.
That was a great idea. And they just... They just end up where they need to be. This massive city is sprawling. There's things everywhere. I mean, they're right at the right place.
The only reason I kind of just allowed it is because there's this giant road from the entrance of the city that seemed...
But they got there very quick.
They did. But you're right, wouldn't it be bad if the temple thing wasn't like at the center of the city, just off to the side and everyone's following the road here?
Yeah.
Anyway, so... Evil Storm is coming. They can't get the door open, and then it's like,
oh yeah, this was interesting.
Like useless guy, you know magic. Open the door, and it's like, hang on, no, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
He accidentally farted out something that he shouldn't have even been able to do that. But now you think he has the control and training to know how to magically open what seems to be a magically sealed door. And I think this door has the same seal on it as the door Borman is trying to open in the castle or whatever. So it's really hard to open these doors. But anyway, he has magic. Yeah,
then we just we get Graden to do that.
He doesn't achieve it, right? He doesn't open the door, so good.
Yeah,
but he should. There's no chance he would have even known the incantation to even try. But anyway,
no, Shad. Training montage, because he would have been taught during the training montage, as if that answers anything.
And the evil,
evil sands come and they turn to...
But because the writers know the audience is stupid, they
have to tell
the audience clearly are as stupid as the writers, you can't figure out it's turned into stone. See this?
No,
this is like, you wouldn't know what's going on, so Borman has to announce it to everyone. It's like...
Yeah.
You know when Willow throws the acorn at Bavorda in the original film, and she starts to... It's like, you're trying to turn me to stone! Well, that won't work, because I'm more powerful than you! It's like, no! The writers understand the audience can intuit obvious visual cues and things. It's like, we already saw the acorn turn a plank of wood to stone.
Yeah,
the guy told the person, whoever you throw this turns into stone. We know the context, so we don't need to be told where this throw is clutch. And also, even if we just saw it, okay?
Yeah.
We don't need to be told any of that. But
No.
these writers are idiots. They think we're idiots. And so, just in case you couldn't tell.
That's the thing. You watch enough of this, maybe things start to... Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah, we're back to this scene and more of it.
I tried to mold you into something that I thought you had to be. This is like exactly what he wants to hear,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And
To the point
but this is from the evil person, okay? This is the evil confirming that all your, immature like crap is evil and wrong.
I believe the term was lack of responsibility. Like, responsibilities are chain around your neck. Like, that was a line that stood out. It's like, wow.
And
This isn't the hint, kids?
I know. I mean, I could go with it because this is coming from the evil person.
Yeah.
But this is everything a kid wants to hear.
Yeah.
And she's getting character growth from it. It's like, she's so awful.
For a second,
Here it is, responsibility to train
for a second though, when I heard that, I thought, is this actually a dream or is this actually reality now? Because this is something that I feel like these writers might unironically agree with.
Yes. But, I don't think the writers actually even think that this is the evil person saying lies. They actually believe this is, trying to genuinely convince her so the evil person will speak truth to her.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just, wow. Kit
Yeah.
is so awful. And the thing is, Kit, like, look at her. She doesn't want all this responsibility, but she's happy to live as a princess, get all the privilege and luxuries that a princess gives, but deny all the responsibilities that would
with that role.
naturally comes with the role. All right, it's like, I want all. It's just the same entitlement mentality that we see in the modern day, where
It's just that, once again, that thing of just fantasy in general, where they've forgotten that this is set in a medieval period. A character like Kit wouldn't even exist in that timeline.
oh my goodness. I mean, if you didn't like the responsibility, Kit, you could have abdicated any time and just left, right? That's within your power. But no, it's a luxury. She wanted all the benefits and none of the responsibility.
Yep.
She's an awful character, consistently awful. And like, remember when the last episode where she got all snippy with Allura because it's all about her?
Oh, yes.
You're just the person that the fate of the world rests upon, and I hate you because my dad actually understood the significance of that and needed to protect you. She's so awful.
And she picks the worst time to do that as well. But, episode 6.
She deserves to die. When that was happening, I was like, oh, good. Let her die.
Bye-bye.
She gets what she deserves. She brought it on herself. And then everyone is like, oh, no, kids. Like, I'll be like,
Yeah.
all right, then.
Off we go.
Like Borman. She was happy to feed you to the skull bleachers.
True. True. If we look at Kit as a whole character, she is awful.
She's terrible.
But they try in this episode to go, no, guys, believe us. She's a good person.
She's misunderstood. She has been living under such, oppression and injustice and all this thing. This poor privileged princess. Friggin' hell.
Just the spoiled princess trope all over again.
You're always meant to forge your own path. This is everything she wants to hear, right? It's horrible.
Anyway, can we get to... I feel like Allura's might be worse in regards to her turn because she already knows that he's corrupted.
I know.
And she's still going along with it. And she's like, oh, I don't want to be Allura Dannon and all that. Look, that conflict could be something. But it's executed so poorly that it doesn't even work anymore.
Like, if you were genuinely dumb enough to go into this, perhaps you would be dumb enough to not realize this isn't real. But all right, if you had just like, we need to go in to save everything, you would know all of this is fake. You would not believe anything. You'd be like,
but she's tempted by
everything you're saying is clearly lies from the crone to manipulate me.
Yep.
But no, she's speaking with him like it's really him. And she's actually having, like, what I loved about cooking and how I use magic and all this bullcrap. And it's like, she's a moron. They believe this reality is actually happening.
The thing is, though, her acting here is pretty good, but it needed to be somewhere else.
I know. I actually like her as an actress. I think she does a great job.
Yeah.
But ruined for the writing and everything, and the character is dumb.
Yeah.
And then
look how tempted she is to
look at this.
take
She's
the
like,
worm.
oh yeah, yum. Oh, and I was like, she licks her lips. You know what that is, don't you? She's like,
They think they were very clever.
Oh, look, she's probably had enough of it from Eric. She's used to the taste.
I didn't expect that we were going. Yep. Hey, they put it on the table.
It's been a while. She's had a dry spell, and if she can get it from anywhere, she'll take it.
Oh.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
This is insane.
It's insane. Insane.
Oh, yeah. So it's like cutting back and forth. But it's around here, then we get Mad Mardigan talking and convincing her, no, you got to take up the responsibility. Love requires sacrifice and all that sort of stuff.
And, you know, she's about to accept. She's about to get everything that she wants, right? And then it's, you know, the dad.
Yeah, Mad.
Pulls her back. It's like, you moron. Of course you know this isn't real.
You don't need Mad Mardigan to do that.
And the show gave us nothing for us to think that they're going to be mentally manipulating this world. Like, as soon as they walk in, they're like, I'm dizzy. It's hard to think. What, like, where do we come from? I don't know what's going on. Like, if they show that this is actually affecting their memory and their frame of mind,
maybe
we could go with it. Nothing is given. They just walk in as clear as they...
They're wearing the same clothes as they entered as well. Like, you'd think if, like, they were going with this whole idea of it's her wedding.
Yes.
She shows up in a wedding dress. Done. But no, they wanted to reveal that later.
Which implies that they're in another physical location. But of course, when Willow breaks it, they're not there. They're actually, it's like they never entered. They're outside.
They're in a temple.
Where are they at the moment? The show literally sets up that they're not inside the portal right now.
Yeah. Makes you wonder what...
Gosh.
Yeah, I don't know.
And so...
Yeah, this is all, like, pep talk from Mads.
I know. For Mad Mulder, you know, it's like, just... it's not meaningful what he ends up saying here. She's basically like, you know...
Oh, there was another thing that annoyed me because I got it noted down. He said that she is like him. They tried to unironically compare Kit to Mad. And that was just like, no.
And then he said, like, she says, I'm not as good as you. And like, no, you're better. I was like, wow.
And I got down, the guy who took on a whole army to protect Allura, and he didn't even care about her that much. Kit has just been constantly on Allura, complaining about everything she does, proven that she's jealous of Allura. It's even said by numerous characters. What you really about this character's better? Oh. But is this like just writing guidelines up in Lucasfilm somewhere or in Disney? Make characters say they are better than this character.
They gotta do it.
Oh,
like,
awful.
And it's the show again. It's like, this is a great character. We haven't written her great. She's awful. She's incompetent. She's a moron.
But we've said it, so yes. True.
But because we will tell you, like, she's better than Mad Mardigan. And remember, like, it happens consistently. Allura already said, "You're doing great. You're doing great." And Freckles is always like, "You're wonderful." At the beginning of the episodes, they're so desperate to make us think that this awful character is good because the writers think that. It's like, no, guess what? We're not morons like his. We're not going to drink the... We're not going to swallow it.
No.
We can recognize what it is from a mile away.
Yeah, it's just, in this episode, though, it was more... Like, they've been doing it throughout the season, absolutely. But this one, they were really hammering that home, that Kit is the true successor to Mad Mardigan. She's the one that will be, like, his new person. It's just, it's so bad. Because she's got none of his traits, none of the charm, none of the heroism at all. So the fact they even said that, I don't like it.
Can't believe it.
Anyway, we then get a monologue about the apocalypse because Sorsha didn't work to convince Kit, so the Chrome thinks I can give it a shot. And of course it doesn't work.
Yeah, and she's like, "I will remove suffering from this world," and it's like, what idiot would ever even believe her in the
The
slightest?
thing that's getting me, though, I'll remove suffering from the world. Who's causing most of the suffering in this world?
Yeah, like, if suffering was the thing you wanted, like, why are you murdering and causing all this suffering? Like,
Yeah, why do we have, like, what was it? Because didn't they say there was a barrier around, like, the cities of those kingdoms to get away from, like, these lunatics?
I don't know, because they got through the barrier pretty easily.
I know.
It's
You're
like,
right.
it's just the argument
Then
is
again, they
pathetic,
forget.
and so it's dumb. Anyway, now it switches. Now she is wearing a different dress.
Well, actually, we got to mention one thing. Kit was turned to stone.
Oh, that's
because
right.
She finally was like, she just rejected the premise of the crone and then was turned to stone. And it was quick too. With Borman, it
Like,
took a bit
holy
of time.
crap! So the crone has the power to snap her fingers, kill anyone.
I know where you're going with that. You gotta love how they do these setups. They do this stuff. They introduce this, and they don't even think about bringing it back up.
Exactly.
Oh my!
This show is apocalyptically bad.
You'll see, audience. You'll see.
Like, you know, she could have just looked at the other heroes
Yep.
and just stone done.
Yep, that easy, and then you can begin your.
She does it here.
Yeah. Wait, hang on a second. If you need Allura like fixed in a position, why not just turn her to stone in this then?
Exactly. It's all dumb. And also, like, they could have easily tried, it's like, oh, we can't do that because the bad guy will win. No, what you do is have the crone try and turn the stone, and then Allura somehow uses her magic to stop it.
Yeah.
It's like, you won't hurt them, and she
Yeah.
uses it. Something as basic as that,
Yep.
they can't do.
No.
They're that
No, I guess
incompetent. That there's like, so we just won't come up again.
I love the fact that Kit successfully resisted the crone before Allura. Allura being our main heroine. I mean.
Allura is an airhead. She's a ditz, right?
That's just...
And she's also very dumb. But then she has the gall to, it's like, I'm not into your brother anymore. He's a bit naive. It's
Oh.
ow. I can't believe it. And the ironic thing is, the brother is smarter, more competent,
Yep.
less naive than nearly anyone in the show.
Yep.
Like, they actually show him smoothing up everything, like fixing up a thing, then the mother just drags him down,
Yeah.
resisting the corruption,
Yep.
and everything. He's
Yeah.
probably the second best character behind the troll.
There's a bunch of good trolls, I have to say.
So
But
Allura's
That's
now.
the end of Kit, by the way. She's turned to stone. She never comes back.
So yeah,
Our wedding scene, and again, she's up there, and the crone is the one marrying them. Come on!
they're so stupid. She believes it's happening, and
Yep.
then she's like, the thing that breaks it. Oh, this is amazing to me. The thing that breaks her free of this is not like, you're an evil sorcerer trying to destroy the world. My
Yeah.
life is at risk. You know, all these sort of things. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm not really into you. Like, remember how I said they just ruined this character and make her so moron?
Yep.
It's like, no. I was like,
I mean,
I'm just not into you. Look, I don't think I'm into you anymore.
yeah. Stat back. I'll give the show one little bit of praise. One little visual thing. When all the teammates are in the crowd for this wedding scene, they all are all standing like statues, which I'll go, all right. That's one little visual thing you did okay. But then we get everything else, and yeah,
like-
this is so stupid.
And then you made the choice. No, I haven't. And then she's like, no one can make me do something that I don't want to do.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I feel like there was a better way to make her reject this all.
How about that? You don't honestly expect, like, there was nothing to even portray that she could be potentially deluded and fooled by this.
Yeah.
And so it should have been from the whole thing is like, this is all fake. I don't believe it. And then if you tried to sell it like she was under the influence of mind control, whereas like, I can't remember what's going on. Why am I here? What's happening? Right. And then she starts to like, something's wrong. Well, like if I do this, something awful's going to happen.
Yeah.
And she latches onto what's truly significant,
Yeah,
like the fate of the
intuition.
world, is at stake. Not like, I'm just not into you anymore.
Well, the thing that could even help.
You're a bit naive, even though I'm an airheaded.
Well, the thing that would be interesting is, what if she realized really quickly, this isn't Eric, this isn't the guy I cared about, and she just gets that feeling? Because it's just something. Because instead we just have to make fun of Eric. Because, haha, it's funny, we gotta make fun of this prince, he's such an idiot.
Poor Eric, he actually has been trying to commit to her. He's like, the whole thing, right? He's realized, yeah, I've been a bit of a womanizing jerk. I don't want to do this with Dove. I'm actually, no, I'm serious about this. I'll commit to you. I'll marry you. And throughout the whole thing, he even turned down the crone when the crone tried to jump his bone and was like, I can't. So that really, and that was already after he had been drinking the juice, right?
Yep.
And so that really shows that he was actually trying to do the right thing,
Yep.
responsibility, commit, and everything. And then she turns him down when it's not even him. He's like, imagine if he's like, you do know that wasn't me. I wasn't trying like, give me a chance. And I was brain dead and possessed, and you're still rejecting me.
That's what's getting me here. This everything with Eric should be treated with an air of tragedy.
Yes!
It's really sad what's going on, because this is something that he probably really, really wants. And when he's giving that spiel about how much he loves her and all that, it's probably coming from the real Eric.
Yes!
So that should be even more convincing to her, but she should be able to turn. It's like, I want to hear it from the real one.
But she's just not into him, you know?
And that's how we have to
He
do it,
resisted an awful mind-controlling crone to be loyal to her.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm just not into you anymore.
Shapeshifting crone as well, should be mentioned.
Oh.
That's the thing. It's one thing to have, like, jokes, but they undermine all the drama all the time. So it's just, ugh. Oh, yes, we do need to talk
So
about
the
that.
crone has no consistent through line with her proposal, her manipulation, where it's like, oh, we'll rid the world of suffering. You don't have... You make your own rules. And she's jumping from random reason to random reason to the point where you're just spouting nonsensical gibberish.
Exactly.
What? Like, you're not convincing at all.
Yeah, and...
But the show wants us to think this is really tempting her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let it go, my dove. I'm not your dove. It's like, you know it's not him. Poor Eric.
Yeah.
He's gonna go like, his mind is back together and it's like, wow, thank you for saving me. We can get back to it. I'm not gonna marry you. It's like, hang on, that wasn't me.
Yeah.
What's going on? I'm just not into you.
Yeah, they can't seem to decide if it was...
She's
They're
all,
trying to act like it's a choice he made consciously.
Yeah.
It isn't. It's just... Ugh.
if the old you could see the new you, yeah.
That's probably the closest we get to her reconciling that they're different people.
Yes.
But it's still denigrating him.
Yep.
Like, I keep on imagining like a different scene where she's breaking up and tearing up over just how corrupted
I
he's
know,
become.
like, Eric, this isn't you. You're possessed. I know you. You're better than you wouldn't serve the crowd. But no, she's like, well, he's naive. Of course, he wouldn't give in to him. And you're like, look at you now, you know.
Yep.
I hate it.
Oh yeah, the crone says something like, "Why take the hardest road when the easiest is laid out for you?"
Yeah.
Something like that. Anyway,
Willow appears because
yay, we got Willow. He wasn't a
Reasons.
cowardly person, and he got through everything. He was able to survive being turned into stone. He was able to get
through the door.
Through the door. He was able to not get attacked by the monster people, which
They were
by
there.
the way, they were there. Yeah.
And then he's not getting possessed or confronted by anyone else in this mystical, weird dimension.
In fact, I'm wondering where were the monster squad?
I don't know. Friggin' show.
They're just absent for a long time, and they even do like the whole hero shot as well.
Oh, it's sad. But look, this is probably some of the most emotive acting Warwick Davis does in
It's
this
like,
show.
oh, I get to be my character?
I was like,
Yes!
and so he does magical whatever thing that.
Breaks the spell.
So this is the bizarre thing, right? It's like she's not even in the thing. She's just there.
So she was lying down the whole
Crone,
time.
well, like, why didn't you tie her down and you do the ritual and everything? But she's just lying there helplessly. Maybe she thought, no one would break her out or whatever. But anyway, also, I don't know how or why, but Willow doing this.
Oh,
right?
it frees everyone from
frees
being
everyone.
stoned.
They were turned to stone.
Yeah,
right.
they're fine.
And so let's look.
Yeah, look, it's just coming off them. It's fine.
And they're
It's
all
easy.
there. They all get teleported inside, and oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I guess he did 2 spells in one. It's a twofer.
Yeah. And look, I decided not to marry your brother. Right. And this is the line's like, oh, good, I didn't think you should.
Because they had conflict over that before. It's funny.
Oh, really, right? Because his possessor is just a little naive. It's like,
He's not naive. He was forced into it.
smarter than anyone else in the show. And if you want to talk about naive, you two just walked into the evil lady.
Yeah, they
trap.
almost got what they wanted thanks to you Muppets.
Idiots. Oh, my goodness.
Anyway, we're about to get a big battle. What's her face
So-
turns into the crone.
So the crone is there, you know,
Yeah, it
that's what
turns
it
into
looks like.
monster
And look,
crone.
the effects aren't bad there for that. It's like, it looks crone-ish and monstery.
Fine.
But then the bad guys, literally to
And then
teleport in.
we've got our band of Monster Squad. Here they are.
It's like, holy crap. Okay, so is that how they get to the city? They just teleport back and forth. If they can teleport then, why were they chasing them the whole time?
They forgot.
I hate this.
Oh, look, it's Cage Man.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see him again.
Can't stand it. Oh,
This is so cheesy how they like line up to fight
yeah,
them
yeah,
all
yeah,
as well. Oh, that's weird.
and then the fighting is.
Oh yeah, there was also something else. Eric, I believe Allura blasted the crone, and Eric jumps in the way, and it does nothing.
And I'm
to
like,
it.
so he should be dead.
Yeah.
Then? When does this happen? Yeah,
That's right. There. Yeah.
So he goes to save her. This is a blast that should be powerful enough to potentially damage the crone.
Yep.
So Eric's dead.
Yeah, it's over.
He's just dead now. It's gone.
But no, he's just got a little scar later.
Exactly. He just gets up and is fine later on. It's like, come off it.
Yeah, so that's the thing. The crone is very Monster Squad, just like, oh, we're just going to attack these individual people instead of swarming them.
She dropped the wand when this happened as well.
You're right.
Because useless guy picks it up. But what's bizarre,
we got to...
a good chunk of time passes before the other guy picks it up. She can just walk over and grab it.
Well, the thing is, they're doing a circling thing, which, Shad, I don't know how we're going to be able to do this, but we need to be able to show people this scene. We got to censor the word, because I think you know what I'm talking about. I've shown both Nathan and Tyrant this.
I hate this show.
This line coming out of this person is insane.
If you thought that they were injecting modern language before, you just wait, because holy friggin' crap. Oh my goodness.
We have to show it, because
So all this, what's happening now, right? See, you know,
everyone's fighting. It's very
Allura is just standing there, looking at the crone, and not just picking up her wand again.
Yeah, get the visual.
She had heaps of time to do it, and then she's like, "Now just come off it." Oh, there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we got to build up to this.
Okay. So the crone is like, you think you know
how you think you know how it ends, and just generic villain dialogue. You
can change it, right? And Allura, like, you dropped your wand, you could just all this time just go and pick it up.
While this is happening, the crone, I'll admit, does seem kind of menacing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'm into this so far. And then the scene continues, and we get...
Wait for it. All right. You think you can defeat the worm? Is he...
I'll say it, and we'll censor it. He's eternal.
Like, the delivery is like a teenager from high school.
I didn't believe it when it happens. And that's the thing. The faces of everyone I've had see this moment. They're all like, what? It's baffling. I don't know how you're...
It's an insult to just writing.
I thought this is the insult
fantasy.
Yeah, that's it.
And it's like these people didn't want to make a fantasy. They wanted to make a teen romance adventure bullcrap thing with modern clothes, modern language, and like modern entitled,
Well, this is the thing.
Awful people.
I think more so with this show than any of the others, although we've been subjected to a lot of really bad fantasy. This one makes me realize just how hard it is for them to really be able to write the fantasy genre. And we'll probably do like a discussion video on just why the fantasy genre is so hard for them to do. Because that genre comes with a bit of... you need to have knowledge of a lot of things to be able to write in it. And they clearly don't have it.
I'm insulted on multiple levels, because one of the things that I love about fantasy is when it feels like you're entering another world.
Yep.
And so they recreate culture, and just the processes of everyday life is different, and the interactions between people. And one of the ways that you really achieve that is with the language. Yes, it's still in English, but you make it like certain descriptions or euphemisms that you give. And like with the thing I'm writing now, I always have to, because there are like catchphrases that we use in normal language, you know, you get on like a house on fire or things like that. And what I love is making new ones that fit the world setting.
Yep.
Because for instance, when you insult somebody, you dirty dog or something like that. The thing is, in a medieval context, a dog is actually a really noble, useful animal. And
it's funny with that term, because dogs are we like dogs in this day and age as well, but we still use that.
It fits even less back then, okay? But calling someone like a rat fits much better and everything. And so it's fun to create like this world that's different.
Well, the fun thing also, and for sure you have had this experience, again, this is a whole other discussion, might as well just bring it up here though, you get to connect a bit with history through fantasy. You get to do all this crazy stuff, but it's still like you're carrying on from the stories that they would tell.
Yes, and that's what I'm doing with my book I'm currently writing, because medieval setting. I even have medieval style cursing in it, where it's actually
cool.
where look, I have a whole video on medieval swearing and how it works, and so. Making an oath, that's swearing, and then cursing someone like damn, but then it's like I swear you're a damned fool. That's like worse than the F word, the C word, the N word in a medieval context. And so I have characters reacting that forcefully, that strong when stuff like that is said.
Yeah, which is
Like it fits the setting, and it feels like you're in another world, because that's what it's escapism.
That's the magic of fantasy, and there's a lot of things that this genre can do when it's done well.
And it's great. And then look at this.
It's done horribly here.
It's like they want the inverse. They want this to be like the real world, and they have is it turtle? I hate it.
Yeah, I would be for Hollywood just not doing anything with fantasy anymore.
They don't have the talent or skill. But this is the thing, right? As insulted as I am, I'm at this point, I was like, good, burn down your own house. You get what you deserve. Keep making this crap. Please do. We will laugh at it. I've had a hell of a laugh at this.
Yeah, this is...
Oh my goodness, this has gone further than I think any what I've seen.
I just need to...
Oh, it's amazing.
I will watch F&T, and I want you to explain and try to keep a straight face as you explain this to them. I don't know how you'll do it, though.
I'll try, Marcus. I'll try.
And this as well. This is unbelievable. And just... Who would think this? Who would do this? Who's...
They don't understand fantasy. They don't understand escapism. They don't want to create a new world. They have modern language, but not only modern language and modern clothes and everything, modern mindsets and perspectives, where kid is this entitled friggin' millennial brat, basically.
And then you got like...
What's the most modern... Because millennial is too far gone now.
Zia.
Gen
Z.
It's just like, come off it. No. And it beggars reality, because this is a kingdom. Okay,
yeah, it should be.
With certain medieval standards, and you have this cow who's raised as a princess has that. It's impossible for that setting, but they just do it anyway.
You got an evil psycho crone who's ancient, and she speaks
using
like
modern
that.
language.
Like he's eternal. Oh, it hurts.
Yeah, and so it's interesting because again, the book I'm writing now, because I read a lot of scripture and stuff like that, I'm exposed to old style English language, and it means that I have that well to draw upon, not go too far to the same level, but just you learn how to formalize the language to make it sound more in period, and there's none of that. It's just the useless guy picks up the wand.
He picks up this wand,
super powerful wand, never used it before, doesn't know how strong it is, and he's like, I got this.
Now, why he would think that is beyond me. Why I understand wanting to help. That's fine. That's in character. And he's actually doing something.
He puts up a good effort. It's cracking her shield a bit, but
it's like, how are you?
He had no training to get to this level. This is bullcrap.
And the training you've had was just shooting certain things.
He's on accident. Yeah. And so that was like, instead of being like, you go, son, I'm just thinking, she shouldn't be able to do this. Oh, my goodness. And so, is that her face after he gets killed?
Might be.
She has so little reaction. Oh, no.
No, he's still around.
But, all right, so we're going to show just briefly what happens to him.
I mean, credit where he's like praised, where she goes, he put everything into it and actually had passion. But that also is begs the question, so you need passion to have the energy?
Something like that, yeah. You draw on emotion, feeling.
I didn't get that vibe from the original.
I would think breaking Elindria's wand or whatever would be a bit more difficult. Than
Look at this. It's just like a little twig.
It's like,
done.
Okay.
That really iconic wand from the movie.
You step on it by accident and it's broken. This is like
she stepped on it though in episode 6 and it's fine.
I know, and it's like, this is a really powerful magical artifact. But it's like, it's the crone doing it. There was no indication that the crone put any magic into it. It was just like, snap.
Yeah, it's... Yeah, so gist of it is Graden's really tired.
And so,
And
remember, the crone can turn people to stone with
Yep.
a thought,
Yep.
and she can do this to someone,
Yep.
and it's like, there's these other guys trying to fight your minions. All you need to do is turn, think, and they're dead. She could do this to any of them.
I just realized Bad Mortar might actually be more intelligent and powerful than her, because Bad Mortar was able to turn
An entire
pigs.
army into pigs, yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
But the crone can't deal with like a group. And
Look at what happens to him. So
that's how Graden dies.
Graden is turned into
Dies.
dust, ash,
Yep.
before he enters the portal.
Yep.
We see it. See this dust ash?
Yep.
And then the dust ash, look at it.
He's come
in
on. He's dead.
pieces.
He should be
And then the pieces go into the portal. He's dead. There's no coming back from that. But he wakes up in the other dimension.
Well, that's the thing I was thinking is, all right, you've killed him. It was dumb, but at least it's a fitting end for his character. He was defending Allura, the person he cared about. And then they undermine it with just because they don't have the balls to kill people in this show. I mean, come on.
Like Willow has more of a reaction. She's just like, this is the same level of reaction she had when she saw the wand break.
Yeah.
This is like, yeah, she cares about him. Willow, though, he actually is like,
This feels like the episode where Warwick actually wanted to.
He actually did something.
He's like, I gotta try and elevate this stuff.
Oh my goodness. And then,
Yeah, everyone looks so surprised and shocked, but then they make you forget about his death really quickly.
yeah. And on top of that,
Because we're back to the action.
Allura, at no point did the show give any indication she would be capable of doing any magic without the wand.
Yeah.
In actual fact, they
Actually,
show
yeah.
without it, you can't.
Yep.
Willow loses his staff and he can't do spit and is like, do you have my staff? Do you have the wand? Can't do a thing.
Ah, but Shad, Willow's an incompetent sorcerer.
I know she's the chosen one, right? But it's so unsatisfying when she just whips out mega power out of her ass, essentially,
Yeah,
at the exact moment when she needs it with no setup,
Yep.
understanding, or logic to explain how that's even
Yeah.
possible. But she can because reasons.
Yeah.
And they might say it's because she's passionate now. She saw Graden, whatever, get killed. But hang on. The crone was saying you need passion to unlock your full power. Then she would know not to kill him because that would upset her, giving her the passion to unlock her full power. So the crone is the very one enabling her to do it.
anything,
If this is the reason.
If anything, she should have Graden hostage and be like, you tried to actually do anything. I will kill him. But it's like it would have to be a really done well. But why don't you even bother trying to give ideas? It's awful. They wouldn't be able to capable of it anyway.
But anyway, she basically gets this massive power up, Super Saiyan, where suddenly she can do huge magic with her thing, and she just flexes, like she clenches her fist. It's like flexing her muscles.
Yeah.
And look what happens to the crone. Ready? She's just like, power, power. She just clenches her fist, and that's
and the
the
crone's just
crone.
thrown all the way out.
That's insane. It's like that. She didn't even shoot anything. She just thought, and the crone gets knocked for a 6.
Yep.
For a 6 is a cricketing term. I don't even play cricket, but it's entered into the common vernacular that when you do something for a 6, it goes for a very long distance. Just explaining that. So the crone gets knocked very far away.
Mental.
All right, and then again, there's a decent amount of time that passes.
Oh yeah. She's
where
just out of the action.
Allura has this really high level power now. She doesn't help anyone else out.
Actually, she talks to Willow for a bit and just goes off to go deal with the crone and lets Willow say something online.
Yeah.
Stand back, I'm going to go kill these blokes. Which
But like, a lot of time, what she should be doing is like, oh, my friends are, their lives are in
Let's
danger
help
fighting
them.
as monsters. Just nuke them quickly.
Let's nuke the monster squad.
Graden friggin' did it with a flute on accident. You have this insane power up. Just wipe him out. Just click fingers.
Yeah,
But she doesn't do it.
nah, she just has a little chat.
As a chat, she waits for the crone to return.
Yeah, the crone just disappeared. I thought the crone almost was dead there. I was like, no, that would be really stupid. And luckily they didn't do it, but...
And look, she even... So this
It's
is...
just a little chat. There you go, done.
She walks across the room. She's outside now.
No, she's inside still.
No, I think this is outside.
Sure?
Is it?
No.
Oh, okay, so it's
and
inside.
they're just having a chat.
Okay,
It's still
so
bad if she's
yeah,
inside.
she's just having a chat. But
because the friends are all getting...
she walks forward. There's the crone disappearing.
Yep.
And so see
And
that
then
door?
she's just-
No, that's the door. Look,
Oh.
that's the actual.
Oh, you
we
might
can
be
see-
right.
She's outside now. She walked across the room, past her friends fighting for their lives. Doesn't do anything to help them. To walk outside is like, where's the crone?
And then talks to Willow,
Talks to
who
Willow.
also went outside.
Because look, it's not the portal. The portal is
you're
this
right.
big fire thing. That is the door.
They're both out there. They're both just letting everyone else have to deal with it.
They can die just fighting for their lives, and we'll just be like, what made you come back? It's so bad.
Anyway, we're about to get more silly stuff.
Oh my goodness. See, now the lighting has changed, like they
Yeah.
are in front of the thing.
That's why it's confusing.
Is this a continuity editing error?
Oh, it might be.
Because this is the glow from the pool thing that they were walking around.
And we saw when the chrome was blasted, it was pitch black night.
Yeah, and they walked out into darkness in that previous cut.
Yeah, anyway, like, a bunch of monsters are coming, and that's when Willow says the line, stand back, I'm going to kill these blokes.
Like Willow, who wouldn't even use the slightest magic to save his best friend.
That's probably the most Aussie he's sentence in this.
I'm gonna kill these bikes. I'm still just so pissed. It's like you let your friend die, and that whole like it's hard to do magic again. It doesn't exist anymore. Willow can just like launch fire, shoot whatever. I can't freaking believe you let your best friend die. You bastard!
I'm just imagining.
You absolute bastard!
I'm just imagining Silas in the afterlife going, "You could have helped me."
What the hell, man? You asshole!
Why'd you do that? You dumb twat.
I can't believe it.
Oh, this is amazing.
So no, they are outside.
Yeah, this is even. They don't understand geography. Oh yeah, this weird. Oh yeah, this is weird. All of a sudden, the fight it's not a fight anymore. It's a sneaking thing.
They're walking around, looking at each other.
So what? They just broke up the fight.
Because Borman, like, he doesn't know where they are, and so he accidentally almost hits them. And so, what happened? It's like,
yeah, it's just all right. It's sneaky.
Maybe they could have justified it as like the bad guys when they saw the crone get hit for a 6, right?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, and they run. And are hiding now, but they don't show that. We don't know what's going on. We're lost.
they nearly hurt Borman, poor guy.
Borman gives.
Oh, this really annoyed me. Borman has been searching for this cuirass throughout the whole damn show.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it has been set up that he needed a right moment to put this on. Okay.
And look, I'm pissed off enough at the stupidity of how they end up finding the cuirass.
Oh yeah, that was dumb too. Don't worry.
Why it's there, how he gets the lux, and the whole. It needs a. What is this Lux Arcana bullcrap? We know it's just all crap. Right? It's dumb.
We'll show them.
The cuirass thing is retarded. Anyway, continue.
So Borman has been set up to be able to use this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, he's like, I'm not worthy of it. Here you go, kid. You have the cuirass. You have the magical cuirass that I've been searching for all this time and have screwed people over for.
And Kit is friggin' awful. She's a terrible, conceited, arrogant, entitled cow.
I thought when he jumped off the end of the world, that was the moment where he'd be worthy of it. That would have been it.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he has to give it up. Because we can't let him have it.
The show, again, wants us to believe that Kit is a pure-hearted, worthy... No, we're not going to swallow that crap. We don't believe it.
I don't want your worm juice.
Yes. Like, the show ironic was like, she's the worthy one. And it looks so frumpy on her. It's hilarious. I was just like...
The thing is, it was so obvious. As is, Borman wore it best.
Yeah, of course. Borman wore it best by far.
He
It was obviously
deserved it as
tailored
well.
for him.
Yeah.
But anyway, I have comments on the whole Iron Man
Oh, yes. I can't wait for that.
part. So anyway, he sends them out. These bad guys, which, you know, they have been unable to fight the entire time, all of them.
Yep.
And Borman is just like, now I'll fight him. And then
So,
his sword extends. It has these weird little ring things, and turns out that's a handle to, well, I'll show you. Do that.
to make it longer.
It extends.
Because we needed it to be longer. For some reason.
So dumb. What a stupid weapon.
And then Borman just closes the door.
Look, Borman is the third most likable character.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay? And this is the only character who's been consistent enough that he could get away with this type of line. And he, you know, but still, don't get fooled or give it a pass because they think you're giving Borman a win here. They're not. This is to sideline him so they don't have to have a man involved in the climactic battle.
Well, the thing is, though, he's going to be locked in a room alone with the Monster Squad.
Yeah, and
that's the one scene we all would have been like, okay,
it would be
let's
cool to see.
Let's see how he does it.
Also, like, I'd like to know how the friggin' hell he'd be able to do it because there's
like
no indication he would.
He's fighting Cage Man, he's fighting Weird Teeth Person, and he's fighting, I believe, a sorcerer.
Oh, yeah, so there's three there.
Okay, so you're supposed to... How, though? As cool as the idea is that he went in there and he took them all out, logic dictates he had to have done something.
He's dead.
And he's done.
Okay.
But, nah, can't do it. Bye-bye. Who cares? Borman needs to leave.
Yep. And
we need all the ladies out fighting.
And then this is his sideline now. He doesn't appear again until the end.
Yeah, we go back to the Crone and Allura having a showdown.
Yep. Where is the Crone? The Crone just appears again.
Yeah, it's got...
Random magic just...
Yeah.
I just like... She had to act this without any of the effects. And you can have like...
Yeah.
Imagine what it looked like without... It's just...
Here's the thing. It must be... It's starting to get a little tougher for actors and actresses now because they're asking them to do such stupid stuff. How can you take it?
At least Dragon Ball Z looked cool.
Are we talking about the live action?
Oh, no, just regular Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, but that's animated.
Yeah, so...
And yes, that does look cool.
Just... crap.
Yeah,
it's magic explosions and crap.
Yeah, Willow's blowing up evil minions.
Yep. Allura, she's just launching things.
Oh yeah, what's your opinion on the magic? Because Tyrant does not like it. He said it's like firecrackers is pretty underwhelming. I think it's fine at times.
Look, yeah, it's nothing special. And what annoys me, right? Magic is capable of doing like so many creative things, and now it's reduced to
bolts,
energy bolts, just throwing energy bolts. Like, you know, Gandalf and Saruman, it was telekinesis and stuff. And
then there was Saruman also bringing down like a giant mountain on them almost.
I know, but also like, think about the old animated Sword in the Stone thing when Merlin is fighting Mad Madam Mim. And it's a wizard battle where they have to use their creativity and different magic where they're transforming into different creatures back and forth and stuff. It's like
I've seen this.
Magic has a lot of creativity. And in Willow, you have shown that you could turn people into pigs, you could turn into stone. There's types of levitation. Have you seen levitation? I think there is.
There was a bit, I think.
But there's so many things. But now it's just like lightning bolt, random blocky thing. It's like,
And this was the big showdown.
So nothing special happens because it's just magical blah blah.
Yeah, we don't really have much to say, but we then see Eric has gotten up and
Eric's back.
Yeah, and he's gonna fight Kit and Kit's lover. And look, I couldn't unsee it. He looks exactly like Kylo.
Does he?
From the come on, surely he does.
I didn't see it, but there is.
And he's even talking like him, saying just the same stuff. And
it's like I wouldn't have to be like, "I'm the king, you have to follow me." But what's hilarious here in this confrontation, right? The thing that causes Kit to like, oh, I have to fight my brother, potentially kill him, is him saying, "I'm your king." Which is technically a factually true statement.
He would be.
We find out he's older by a couple of minutes, you know, so he is the actual heir to the throne. And him saying a factually true thing is the thing that causes Kit to, like, now we'll fight. It's like,
because she pretty much goes, "You're my brother," and he's like, "I'm your king," something like that. And then Jade just goes, "Okay, this conversation's over." It's like, oh, he's being all toxic, so therefore it's can't talk to him and try and get through.
The moment where they want the most, I guess, intense, emotional kind of engagement is destroyed because at no point has Kit shown any affection or concern or love for her brother at all. In actual fact, she attempted to kill him.
In the first episode, she was denigrating him all the time.
Yeah, and she was going to kill him, like throw the knife at him, and he was just going to stand there and take it. And everything she's done She's been awful to him.
Yeah.
And then the show wants us to believe that she actually cares about it. Like, oh no, you're going to die. He's my brother. It's like, you don't care about your brother. You only went to save him because it was an adventure and you wanted to break free of the restrictive princess privileged life that you've had your entire life. You didn't actually want to save him.
No.
It was an opportunity to get what you wanted the whole time.
Yep.
And so this thing is like, you're my brother. I care about you now. All of a sudden, bull crap.
Yeah.
Piss off with that. You conceited, arrogant, awful, just friggin' bitch. I hate her.
I was expecting to have to censor you.
I get pushed to. I'm willing to. That word can, when justified, I'm willing to do it, and she qualifies for it.
Oh, I agree.
Same with Galadriel. She's a few. There's a few people that are so awful where it pushes me to give a very truthful description of who they are.
Yeah, they're bitches,
verbally,
absolutely.
And that's one of. Yeah, and it's like, you're my brother, and it's like, no, I'm your king. And that's the thing. It's not like, I'm going to kill you all. You can't save me. I was like, what if it's like, no, like, it's like, no, you won't, I won't let you, harm my love, the crone. He's in love with her now. I'll kill you. No, I'll kill her. And he points to Freckles and I'll make you watch. That would be enough to trigger her. But this, no, it's,
be all right.
I'm your king. And she's like, whoa, oh, is that a truthful thing?
Conversation over.
Perfectly in line with, this type of people who write this, where the truth is the most offensive thing to them. But look, she's like, okay, this conversation's over.
Yeah.
You said, now you're actually speaking truth. We can't allow that.
So bad.
This conversation's over.
And of course they had to undermine that serious moment again.
I can't believe it. Like that. It's such an innocuous tip. It's like saying something truthful. It's like, no, it's over. You are clearly beyond redemption, sir. Now we must fight to the death. Oh,
it's impressive.
My goodness.
I mean, I can't say this is the worst fantasy I've watched, but it's bad. It's really
I don't know. I have not seen any other fantasy unironically.
You want to jump in Blood Origin? Do you want to jump on Blood Origin?
Does it have people getting proposed to drink worm juice?
Fair enough.
Like,
that's not in there.
Like, I have never seen it.
That's
and the thing that takes a cake for me with this is that they do it seriously with a straight face. Where this is and it wasn't. And like I said, we're not interpreting that disingenuously. That is the honest, only logical reading of what it's saying. Especially with the milk analogy.
We need that worm milk. Anyway.
What type of fluid can you get from a man from milking him?
A man that's also a worm.
There's a whole lot of people milking the male worm.
I can't say that. I can't say that.
No wonder he wants to get lots of slaves and stuff, and no wonder so much is coming out. He's just having a world of a time.
I can't say anything. Anyway, moving on. We'll get back to the worm later. The crone fight continues. I think there's a moment. Willow is behind a rock and
just starts talking telepathically.
Now, maybe something insightful would happen here. Maybe he says something unique, but no, it really is just as simple as the villain's too strong. No, Allura, you're stronger, and it's okay to be afraid. It's just that's how the speech.
That is. But before we get there, it's like Willow can communicate telepathically with people. Is there an individual that you've been wanting to find out if they're okay, and the means of communication with them might have been rather useful? This freaking show, man.
Oh, why?
I can't think of the implications. Like they just introduce stuff, forget it, or just don't even think about what it actually means. It's like you could have spoken with your daughter any other time, any time you wanted.
You could have checked in.
Yep.
Hey, Mims, how you doing?
Because remember, he can hear what they say back. He's like, Willow, where are you? I'm talking in your head, you idiot. So he can hear this is two-way communication.
This could be useful for so many different things as well.
Holy crap. But look, it probably won't come up again at all. Like that. It's writers are so bad and incompetent. But then what he says, yes, your description is
Yeah,
just
it's
like
just that.
just believe in yourself.
It's same old cliche crap.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
And so
Anyway, the fighting.
so
all
she does
continues.
believe in herself. It's like, wherever the adventure leads you, I'm with you. Except for that moment when, you weren't. It's like jumping off the waterfall.
Nah.
Screw her.
Nah, I gotta go home.
Oh, my goodness. So it's full of crap.
Yeah.
But anyway, so now she can do it.
No, yeah, it's all good now.
Because girl power reasons.
Yeah. It's all good.
Oh, there was a moment.
Oh?
She does a spin shooting thing. Like
Really?
yeah.
How did I miss this?
So she comes out, she shoots,
Yep.
so where's the moment? Oh no, she
Tackles the crone. Yeah, that was
Adults
interesting.
do the job.
Oh yeah, the fight between Eric and Kit
Yeah.
and Jade continues. And he's holding his own pretty well. I respect him. Look at him.
Yeah, he's a better fighter than both, and it doesn't seem like he's empowered by any unnatural
he's just
magic
doing
yet.
it.
He's just more competent, but more skilled. I
Again,
like it. Like Eric is.
I
better
guess he
than
should
him,
be the king.
Yeah.
He's competent. That was a weird,
Yeah.
yeah.
Choreography's bad. It's so yeah, like the witch shoots out magic into her face, trying to burn her face, and then Alora shoots out magic from her face back.
Oh, it's here.
Yeah. Anyway, so that fighting continue. Yeah, so trying to fry her face, and then she's like, "Fry you back from my face, beer."
Yeah.
And it hurts the crowd. Oh, is this the spin attack? Ready? No, not
It's
yet.
just like force lightning pretty much right now.
Yeah, basically.
What the heck is she doing?
It's it's a pleasurable, projection of energy.
She doesn't need worm juice to be happy.
So I think this is it, right?
Yeah.
Ready? She's like, I'll get you. I'll do something different. I'll try spinning. That's a good trick. Ready? Because that makes a more powerful
Apparently.
energy explosion thingy. I mean, it's so lame.
Yeah.
Like, what if you did a charge up like Dragon Ball Z, where it's like you get power instead of doing a single blast, you trap the power and let it build up and build up. Oh, and then you do something big. But no, it's just like I'll spin.
I would take Bath Mortar versus what's her name in the original movie over this.
And-
Because I don't know about you, does it look a little similar to another Lucasfilm thing? Because I was thinking Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, really? Right, because this is cliche. We see it in Harry Potter. We see it in
see
Dragon
it
Ball
there
Z,
too.
where the energy blast and it's the tug of war energy blast.
I suppose because it's Lucasfilm, that's why I was like, yeah, this is familiar.
But then, Alora, because she just believes in herself, she does it. She's got the power, and she does the blasty thing. Nothing creative, like special that she actually did. She just really believed in herself and wanted to be able to do it, and so.
I want to kill this crone.
And then boom.
And that's it.
And that's it. And then.
Also, that's kind of gory for this show.
I didn't mind the actual effects and the crone dying. It's like, but still, there's no build up. You're just watching like, yeah.
Yeah, because we're not invested.
Eric is like, oh no, my love. He sees her in the pretty state. Everyone sees her as the crone.
Yep.
He kisses her, but they see him kissing the old crone.
And like to make a long story short, Eric is now Bath Mortar's successor and the harbinger of doom.
And what's weird, it's like the crone was describing like, this is what I wanted all along. You're going to be my successor. It's like, hang on, if this is what you wanted all along, why didn't you do it before?
Yeah.
And is he now more powerful than you? It seems like they're trying to...
Yeah, well, that's how they... Yeah, because then we get the scene that I know you're excited to talk about.
Because they need to, like, they've done this stupid side plot, Chimerian, whatever, cuirass thing.
Yeah.
We gotta
put into effect.
It's the only thing that they attempted to give a payoff with something that they built up. Everything else they just ignore. And the payoff is pretty lame because... They don't establish why it's needed. They've shown Alora crazy powerful.
Oh, yeah.
She just nuked the crone with her magic power. So, all right, Eric
Gee,
is there.
I
Just-
wonder where it could have been useful. Shadow. I wonder what scene and what character could have used that cuirass.
You know,
just
if they
can't-
were outnumbered,
they
facing a
were
couple of
outnumbered,
you know,
yeah,
they needed to hold off bad guys to
Yeah.
let the other people deal with the crone.
Yeah,
and, like a place where the cuirass would have been needed
Yeah.
by the character who spent the whole time looking for it.
Yeah.
And then the reason why it works for him in this moment is because he's using it for a self-sacrificing noble thing.
Yep.
Yeah, I wonder what could have.
I'm drawing a blank,
Can't think of anything.
Oh well. We have
But
to use it here.
instead of Borman, obviously.
Yeah.
All right. They have Kit do it in a time when it's not even needed. Allura has all the power. But they only doing it purely just to try and give Kit a moment because they love this character,
for some reason.
even though everyone else doesn't because she's awful. And so I'm not invested because Kit's awful. And then the way it's just.
Yeah, we're gonna have to show this. Hopefully, it doesn't go for too long because I want people to see this. This is the cuirass being put into effect.
Yeah. So
So Eric gets turned into zombie harbinger of doom. Eric.
and we don't know what's going on with Allura now. She's just
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
disappeared.
Oh, maybe they brought back the tired thing again. She magicked too hard. Now she can't do it
But
for
they
a
didn't
while.
show us it.
I know.
It's bullcrap. And so
And look, this is how it happens.
this is how it happens. They put
the
the
key
thing in, and it literally does sink in like it stabs them.
Yep.
Don't know how that works, and they react like they get stabbed. She was like,
Yep.
right? And then it becomes like an Iron Man armor suit.
I have never, ever seen this in a fantasy thing before.
This is why it doesn't work, right? This is why
This is
I
out of
think it's dumb.
place.
It's out of place for fantasy. Like, if this is a magical like suit that envelops the user and molds itself to their form, you would make it look like magic, where it's energy forming out and engrossing them, or just light shining around them and then disappearing, and they're in the cool armor and stuff. But
No,
they decide to go for this, an Iron Man like ching ching ching.
Yeah.
And it's like this isn't magic. This is like looks like technology. It's like come off it.
I suppose we got.
And what's annoying? This could have looked good if it was in a place where it fits.
Yeah.
But the show people making this, they do not understand fantasy. They do not understand the setting. They've shown it time and time and time again. And here's another example where they just injecting crap that doesn't fit the setting.
Yep.
And as a result, instead of thinking, hey, that's really cool, I'm thinking, this doesn't fit.
Why is this here?
Why does she have an Iron Man suit all of a sudden?
Like, that's the thing. If you could put like an Iron Man scene where he is suiting up and that together, it looks the same.
That's obviously what they're ripping off, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, because the Iron Man suit up was cool.
Oh, yeah.
This could have been cool if it was in it something that fit it, but instead it's contradicted because, like, this is supposed to be medieval. It's supposed to be magic. Where's the magic that's happening? This is like it's actual technology. Like, this reminds me of the type of folding out that we saw in Stargate. Remember the original film where they press the button and the helmets like flick out, and
I have
it's
not
like
seen that.
super condensed technology. You haven't seen the original Stargate?
I got it.
Oh, dude, it's
I've
one of
got a long list.
top. But it's like that where the mechanical stuff seems to be coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But in Stargate, it's technology, and this feels like technology. It doesn't feel like magic.
I suppose what they want us to think is because of that immemorial city, they probably are thinking that looks like modern and stuff. Maybe there's modern technology. Maybe this is post-apocalyptic world, which they.
It looked more ancient. I thought
That's what I thought too, but that's probably what they think.
Yeah.
So maybe they can justify it, but it's.
So
Either way, it doesn't work.
okay, I thought she was holding her own sword, but no, that's
it's-
Eric's sword. That's Eric's sword,
Yeah.
or a girlfriend's sword.
It's not the one. It's not Mads Mardigan's.
Yeah, it's not Mad Mardigan's. But then then the next thing she's holding Mad Mardigan's.
Of course.
Because I thought you showed the sword being repaired magically. No, it actually wasn't a sword.
No.
Because in the next scene, I was like, they didn't repair it, but it's because she's holding a different
unless
sword.
it's the sword that comes with the suit.
Because look, now she's holding the crappy, dinged up, like, that sword.
Yeah.
And so,
Anyway, the fight happens, and Laura's just out of the action. She can't do anything.
what I'm wondering is, what does the suit actually enable her to do?
I have no idea.
Because there is no superhuman thing. All it's shooting off lights. She's not moving faster. She's not stronger. She's not showing any actual superhuman powers here. It's just like a light show.
Disco armor.
That's what it is. What is this crap?
Oh, Shad, that's spin. It's terrible.
Holy crap.
Yeah, this fight goes on.
And look, the spinning, the telegraphing, this is awful. And look, energy explosion, but
Yeah, what is going on though?
it does nothing.
And that
What
wouldn't
is
come
this
from
crap?
the suit. That would be more like a sword
I
thing,
know,
surely.
What's going on? Okay, and this suit, right, enabled the wearer to defeat an army of death dealers. We don't know what they are. They sound big, strong, bad, whatever.
Yeah, I suppose.
But the contrast in power scale that this sets up means that this brother, like, he is not using very much magic at all. He's just fighting with a sword.
Yeah.
So
So
this should be so powerful. It'd just be like instant, almost so fast teleporting slice and knocks the brother
Yeah.
for a 6, right? But knocks him out instantly. For it to be able to defeat an army, it should give her that level of power.
It should.
But we're
no.
seeing nothing really. And so anyway,
And there's
it
like
continues.
More dialogue about
And
stuff.
I'll-
Oh yeah, this was weird. Like a thing.
When I say nothing, it does one thing. It shoots out a blade from the hand. That's what it does. Ready?
I don't. Well, they try.
I don't know how she knows it can do this.
Yeah, well, they try like shooting Mardigan again with like the
Gauntlet sword. Yeah,
that-
he fights with a gauntlet sword in the original film. It's one of the only times you see a gauntlet sword in a mainstream film.
Yeah.
I love it. But yeah, there it is. I don't know. She just knows it's there.
It's more like a hidden blade from like
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed.
Or the blade from Pacific Rim. That kind of.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah. Which again, it's weird to see.
Like, fighting with a gauntlet sword is awkward and it requires training to be able to understand the angles and way. I've done a whole video on Shadowversity about the gauntlet sword.
Can be
right?
done.
It can be done. but
Bloody
it's
hell, did
awkward.
it a lot.
It's awkward, and you need practice with it to figure out how it works. But and all she is moving a little bit faster and doing spinning crap.
Oh, come on, Alora's just standing in the background. I saw that.
And I was like, I could have done it a lot easier. Like you didn't need that. You didn't need to do it.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, they had to give Kit a hero moment because she's a main character. Like, the writers love this character. We hate her, but they're desperate for the audience to love her. And it's like,
They have this obsession.
And so this is the emotional moment where the brother's dying and she's like, oh, I love my brother. You don't love your brother. We don't believe you.
Well, now we get to the part that we kind of set up earlier with Willow.
Yeah, Willow.
Where we could have just kidnapped Eric the whole time because Willow just gives.
He can break the brainwashing with the stone in his staff, whatever. It's like, screw Graden, who almost died from this, and Willow can just at any time. But, Willow, you can just do it now. Like, this show is so dumb.
Yeah.
So he smashes it.
And then what was
hands
it?
And just talk to him and believe in yourself, basically.
Yeah. Which I'm really annoyed.
I
with
didn't come all this way to lose. You don't care about him.
They're hoping we forgot about that.
I'm never gonna leave you, but I will, throw knives at you, attempt to kill you.
Well, the thing is,
or constantly crap on you whenever you're a topic of conversation.
As a concept, this payoff isn't a bad idea if the development for her to get here would have been good. But the development is pathetic.
You're absolutely.
So it just doesn't work at all. I mean, at least it's nice that she saves him and doesn't kill him. Because I thought they were going to go the route that, he's beyond redemption. You can't save him, kill him. And then it's like some treasure.
Oh, yeah. And they also, before Willow gives the stone, Alora was like, love it, or someone's like, love is the most powerful thing. Love will make you save. It was like, cliche as crap.
Say that.
But then they don't even build off of that. And it's just
yeah.
Oh, no, it's the use of love with the stone or whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, it works.
Yeah.
It worked.
And then Borman's alive
he's
because
fine.
reasons. And no, this isn't a heroic moment. That they sidelined him.
Yep.
They just wanted to get him out of the picture because the girls need a win. And they even robbed him of the perfect moment to use the cuirass. He was the most logical one. Yep. And in the setup of the whole, cause and effect of what happens, that was where it needed to be used.
Yep.
The cuirass wasn't needed to defeat the brother because Laura was there. It's just such a waste.
And anyway, Borman gives
the flute,
Graden's flute wand.
here's your new wand. Just like, it's not a wand. And
it's like, oh, it's all happy and stuff, but then they look back and it's like the worm is still waiting for the right time to strike. That's the setup at the end of this.
This was amazing, right? It's like, shouldn't we go back to kill the worm?
Yeah.
And then they give all reasons why they should go back and kill the worm.
Yeah, it's not like they can't get to the worm. We saw that through that portal, Alora was able to see the worm proper, and I think we might see the worm around here somewhere.
Well, we saw it before when Laura looked in. But let's get to the lines, because the lines are pretty funny, right?
Yeah, there's a few, isn't there? Yeah, there it is.
So what if the worm or whatever is still down there waiting? Which it is.
Yeah, we know it is.
So their response is, it is, yes.
Yeah.
Just figure that. I saw it. Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Shouldn't we go back and try and kill it?
Yeah, logical assumption.
Good point.
Yeah,
Good point.
should do
No
that.
one says that it's way beyond our power yet, but
Yeah.
that does make sense because Laura is like destined to be able to do it. You assume
Yeah.
it's powerful. Like, you know, all the bad guys protecting it seem to be out of the way. Free shot. Okay.
Yeah.
Soon it'll come for us.
Like, they're explaining
Okay.
all the reasons we should get rid of this damn
Yes,
thing.
yeah, like there's nothing like too powerful. We're too weakened. We
Yeah.
need to regroup. We need to gather our forces.
Yeah.
Nothing's like, yeah, it'll come for us.
Yep. And it even says soon, so it's like, well, let's just go deal with it now.
Now, I'm really pissed it off.
It's, again, they're just layering it on.
You're giving more reasons to try go and deal this thing.
Yeah.
You don't seem too worried.
Ugh.
So, like, and then they forget about it. It's like,
Yeah, it's just, that's really, they
Nah.
don't stop talking about it.
it'll be fine. We'll forget about it.
Yeah. It's kind of just like, well.
Now, in the realms of like schlock generic fantasy armor design, look, the armor that she's actually wearing here isn't bad. It was just how it, like, you know, appeared. If they had magic thing, I could go like with a super fantasy magical armor thing. I could go with it. And look, it's actually it's not unflattering on her. You know, shows
It's all right.
a complimentary figure. I could say that about it. Which I had no idea she had because she's wearing frumpy stuff the whole time. It was like-
I'm complaining.
But then they just walk away.
Yeah.
But I mean-
okay. Then Willow has to start doing this as well.
It's like, they gave all the reasons
Yeah.
why they
They
need to
walk
deal with
away.
it. They're just walking away.
But hey, we remember the 80s movie. Remember when Mad Mardigan rolled himself into a snowball? Remember that?
Oh my goodness.
And yeah, we just look at the back of the door and it's all ominous and stuff like that. And, they're just like,
by the
yeah,
way, Kit's is friends with Alora now. Because
Yeah, it's all good.
not because she overcome any of her conceited jealousy or arrogance or entitlement.
Yep.
It's because she's special now because she has a magical thingy. And so now I can see you as more of an equal because I'm just as special as you. And so the whole arc of her entitled, arrogant conceit was to be special as well. Because I need it to be about me as much as it is about you. And now she's happy. And so that's the arc, unironically.
Yeah, and I
hate
guess
that guy.
pretty much we're just setting up sequels and and here's the thing. It's like, this is the ending, right? This is over? Is it? Unfortunately not.
Yeah.
Because just when you think that the show, oh, maybe it's got some balls, now we see Graden's alive.
Graden is alive. And like,
And
bull
he's-
crap is alive. It was
No.
turned to ash.
You lie. I
And
don't
then-
believe you.
But
And
then,
he's in a field.
well, I don't know what's going on. And I don't think the show knows either. This is just sequel bait, right?
Yeah.
Because they're trying to imply this is like the future.
Yeah, I think so.
And he comes across an evil Alora Dannon who's leading the thing.
Yeah, I was really confused here. I don't know what's going on. I thought it was the worm trying to manipulate him because he fell into the worm area again.
Why do they always make the bad people dress so much better than everyone else? Like Eric, when he goes to evil, he has a better haircut, better clothes.
Yeah.
Alora,
She's
she's
still wearing
evil.
something too
She's-
modern, though.
Look, I think you could get away with it.
Maybe.
Like more than the leather friggin' not leather,
more
I mean
than the
denim,
denim.
the denim
Okay,
jacket.
fair.
You can get away with leather, and it's got some puffed sleeves, everything. You could potentially get away with this. And older style pants usually are much higher on the waistline, and it has that as well. It looks way better.
Yeah.
It's like they just want to make the evil people look better than everyone else.
Well, kind of have that a little bit in real life as well.
I don't know. They're just willing to use their sexuality to manipulate people more often. That's generally the theme, though, isn't it?
Well, I was referring to Nazis.
Oh, was it Hugo Boss that designed the hours? It's like, did they set the trend?
I guess they did.
So, I still don't understand what's going on. Like,
Yeah, it's weird.
Is it did he teleport to the future? Is he seeing a vision of the future? If he's seeing a vision of the future, why is he getting shown by the worm?
Yeah.
As a warning and that they need.
Well, yeah, well, we're going to see the final shot, and the final shot is like of a massive evil army that she's leading.
But then it also is this like a thing to try and tempt him to join the evil side. That it's an illusion like before, because this is Aurora saying, "I need you," giving him what he wants.
That's what I
But if that was the case, why do you have it in a hellscape with all these dead bodies? Wouldn't you just like put it in that nice forest and Aurora's like, "I need you, I want you, join me, drink the juice," right?
Reminds me of Man of Steel, where it's standing on like a.
I know. Like, if your intent was to manipulate and brainwash this guy onto your side, maybe having him waking up in like a hellscape with all these dead bodies everywhere wouldn't be the best plan.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And so
Anyway,
this is like, I need
and
you.
look, they remembered the two-headed monster.
The two-headed monster is there.
There it is. Look.
You remember, right?
You remember the 80s movie?
Remember berries?
And then then it ends.
And look, this is bait. Probably won't even come up again, and they won't explain why.
Or it's cancelled. Which at this point, come on, how is this going to get a season 2?
I hope it gets a season 2. Keep doing what you're doing, Disney. Burn your house to the ground.
Well,
this is the quality content that'll do it for you.
The thing I want to try and get up though is like we got the credits, and I'll because I want you to see how long they want to go for. Oh yeah, they showed like pictures of Mad Mardigan in the credits. Go away! How dare you? Yeah, here. Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3. They want 3 seasons of this, so they want 2 more.
Do it. Can't wait to see it. I mean, just show us the competence and talent and why you deserve to keep being a successful business with this stuff. Do it. It'll definitely have the results that you want.
This has been quite an experience, hasn't it?
Wow.
This show has gone to places I never thought was possible.
Really, I did not ever expect I would unironically presented such high quality plot devices as what we have seen in this episode. I am amazed.
This was an experience.
That was amazing.
Thank you for coming.
One of the so seriously though, one of the worst, most poorly written, nonsensical, bizarre pieces of crap I've ever seen made with this budget.
This is competition for Rings of Power.
It really is. Unironically, it is competition with Rings of Power. And because Rings of Power had higher budget, I think this is worse because of the plot is just as bad, but the outfits are dog crap. The dialogue is modernized and dog crap. What was funny, in Rings of Power, they were so desperate to try and sound Tolkienian that they tried to make the language sound more kind of old school style, but they ended up saying nonsensical drivel with the attempt to fool you into making you believe they were saying something wise when they were just being...
It's kind of like this. Rings of Power went too far in one direction. This show is like,
the opposite.
Screw it.
Yeah, and it would just throw it out the window and just do modern language bullcrap.
Yep.
And then the modern mindset that you see in the characters on top of that. This is worse than Rings. I didn't think I'd say that. Like, Rings of Power was the worst. This is even worse.
I mean, it's got everything here. It's got character assassination. It's got terrible dialogue. It's got terrible plot. It's everything.
This is incredible.
So, I guess, hope you enjoyed these reviews.
Thank you for joining us here on our reviews of Willow. We look forward to seeing you on the next episodes here on the Night's Watch. And until then, stay on watch.